Tasty, tasty. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, guys. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. It's a bit of a special stream today because we're going to try something where you guys can try and win this in a raffle. Well, an auction. Think eBay, but keyboards and for charity to win a prize. But we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm really excited for it and very nervous for it as well. So, I mean, I always get nervous when I stream, but this one I'm pretty nervous for. So, anyway, let's do normal stream stuff first. Captain Reed, thank you very much for being first today. It said, good evening, here again. God, I am loving Just Beachy. Just Beachy is such an underrated GMK set. You should all buy it. I mean, I don't think we've got enough for everyone to buy it, but you should all buy it. Storesness is here as well. Good evening, Storesness. And so is Basil the Mighty as well. Frankie1001 is here too, and ZBC. Rue says hola, and Troy says hi everyone as well. Dreamcast mods, nice. Yeah, if I get to it. We have a keyboard to build, we have an auction to do, we have some news and some updates to do, and if we've got time, I will do an overview of where my Dreamcast currently build is up to, and some mods, and test something live on stream through Capture Card, I think. So what my plan is because I've done a HDMI mod on the Dreamcast to make it native HDMI out, I will test that live on stream and we will see if we can get it working. If we have time. Only if we have time. It's going to be a long old stream today. Where has the weekend gone? Greetings everyone. Yeah, somehow it's Sunday already, but that's good. That's good. Used to have a Dreamcast, but gave it away stupidly years ago. I have most of the old consoles. Dreamcast is one of my favourites. So. Bazooka, let's light up the light for you. Thank you so much for your sub. 19 months in a row. That is the pink rocket ship, all lit up for just for you. Jehovah Embedded here as well. Says, good evening. How's everyone doing today? It's a warm afternoon here in West London. Nice. Nice. It's been cool. We've had some rain today, which has been nice in a weird way. Infiltration's here as well. So is VRug Dush. Anonymous Biker says, good evening, Jay. I hope you enjoyed the F1 outcome. I did. Papaya on top. I was sad for Piastri, but I was really happy for Lando. I felt Ferrari could have done a lot more in the race than they did, and they just threw it away, basically. So yeah, 20 stream streak. Nice. Congratulations. Sven Garley's here as well. So is Warfinger. Get more in stock, please. Jay just beachy. I think it is still in stock, right? Hold on. Where's the website? Let's have a look. Where's the browser gone? Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. In stock. Wait, where's the in stock? In stock keycaps. GMK keycaps. It should be in here. I could have probably searched for it and found it. Do we not still have it in stock? Have we finally sold out? No, it's here. Look, it's here. Just beachy. Yes, base kit is in stock and novelties are in stock. No mono alphas, no accents. The TKL base kit didn't hit MOQ at group buy, so that never got produced. But yeah, the only thing we don't have in stock is the mono alphas and the accents kit, but we have everything else. So you can get novelties and you can get the base kit. Nice. Yeah, that's all available for you. So that is in stock and ready to go. Nathan Noodler is here as well. Good evening, good sir. You fixed the proto logo flashing. Nice work on the sign. Yeah, so I literally, it's not on the Tapo plug anymore. I'll show you. So what I think is actually broken is this. This is a Tapo, a smart plug. I have them dotted around the workshop for numerous things. I have one, for example, on this light here, which turns on if I press this button here or you guys sub. And this sign was using this, and I think this has just decided to, I don't know. It smells fine. It seems to be okay. Like I can address it fine. The app doesn't detect any problems, but I feel like it's on its way out or it's having problems because as soon as I plug the sign in and just leave it on 24/7, it's fine. So that was the culprit of the challenge. Mikey types, hey man, good to see you. Ferrari just had a weird strategy all weekend. Yeah, I agree with that. The mono alphas I want. Well, I mean, you'll have to convince the designer to run another group buy. So it might be a long time away, Frankie1001, I'm afraid. Lander Pups, thank you so much for being here as well. So, let's talk about PT news. Where are we up to? So last week we had a ton of stock drops. You guys have been buying that stock. That's really, really good. Thank you. We've also got some more stuff that's going to drop this week. ASCII F extras are going to drop as well, with some other bits and pieces too. We've almost finished the latest shipment. Mel's not back in until Friday this week, so she's off on vacation this week. So it's just me at the workshop for the whole week, pretty much until Friday afternoon. So I'll try and finish the rest of the group buy. So we've got the Nama keyboard group buy to do. I think there is Cat Retro bytes to do, and I think there's a couple of other small bits plus a Canon Keys project as well. So I'm going to start working through all of those Monday, Tuesday, and hopefully they'll all be done by the end of Tuesday or maybe early Wednesday, as well as keeping on top of in-stock stuff, so in-stock orders that are coming, because there's been a couple of hundred orders over the weekend. So I'm going to work through all of that. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to make sure that the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm just making sure that something was fine in the background because I'd forgotten to do it before the stream. So other news. Once I've got through all of the in-stock stuff, there's some stuff coming from GMK and there's also some stuff coming from Signature Plastics. That should have both arrived this week. So I'll try and get those group buys fulfilled as well as fast as I can. What else is happening this week that I need to tell you guys about? I think that's broadly it. I'm off on Friday coming when Mel is back in. I'm having more work done on my leg tattoo. I was away on Friday having it done, and I'm away this Friday coming as well. And then I've got another appointment at the end of August for more work on my tattoo doing. So I won't be around on Friday, but there will be a lot of stock drops. So I know ASCII F, I think there's going to be some Neo 98s. There'll definitely be Catch Retro Bites. There'll be whatever's coming from SP and whatever's coming from GMK as well. All as extras going in stock this week. Other than that, it's going to be a pretty quiet week from PT's perspective. We have a few other things happening in the background, but it's more project management and logistics kind of stuff than anything customer facing. So I should have a good amount of time to catch up on emails and DMs because they've been getting out of control recently. I think I've had over 250 emails since I left work on Friday from customers and things like that. So I need to try and work on those tomorrow afternoon after I've packed all of the orders I can ship out. And then across this week, I've got some website updates that I need to make and some changes that I need to make. So it will be interesting to see how those go and see what you guys make of them as well. And then finally, the coffee rebrand is happening. At some point in the very, very near future, Jay's Roaster will be taken down offline. The coffee rebrand will happen, and then it'll all come back up with a redirect. So I just need to figure that out and work out when that's going to happen and what that's going to look like. But yes, that's going to happen pretty soon too. How are you seeing the subtitles before Jay speaks? Because the stream probably has a delay, and the subtitle service I use probably has less of a delay, so that's probably how it is. Do you know how much the F-Row keyboard stand is going to be? No, but we are going to be opening pre-orders for that very, very soon. I don't have the final pricing just yet, but it's not going to be too far away. That's a lot of emails. Yeah, I mean, it's about average for a weekend. It's usually somewhere between 180 and 300 emails across the weekend that we get. So just need to work through all of those. Usually just customer support things, questions, queries, when's this coming back in stock, when that's coming back to stock, that kind of stuff. But all need to work through. And then my DMs in Discord as well have been going absolutely nuts. I did get them right down last week and it's back into triple figures. So I was down into single figures for like half of Friday afternoon. And then by Saturday morning, it was well into the double figures. And then by Saturday evening, it was like into the triple figures again. So I need to sit down and work what's going on with all of those and catch up on that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of broadly the next few days for PT. Our next shipment should be arriving towards the back end of next month. The ships are taking about 8 weeks at the minute to sail to the UK. So whilst the ship is underway, it's still a good 4 or 5 weeks away before it hits port here in the UK. So we're trying to work towards that as well and figure out what's on that ship and what just missed the cutoff sort of thing and when stuff will be arriving. So we're going to try and work through that in the next couple of days. I need to sit down with Sharon actually and have a go through of all of that kind of information once I'm caught up. So it should be good fun. And then, as I say, the coffee rebrand is kind of happening in the background. All the new packaging design is sort of fleshed out. The new naming and the new branding is that's already done and decided. I just need to find someone. I might need to sit down with Tim actually and see if we can do something for the artwork, for the designs, for stuff, because that's kind of like the next big step. And then the new site is about 80% built. Mostly needs to just go through and do branding stuff and colors and things like that and layout and stuff. So it's all the visual stuff rather than the actual under the hood stuff, but that's all pretty much sorted as well. It's that last 20% is really difficult to get over the line. The last 20% is 80% of the work. So we just need to figure that out and try and work through that. Also back to the drawing board with the lease of the building we wanted to go and move PT to. So this building we're in is too expensive. We've talked about this a few times on stream. It's far too much money. We need to find a cheaper space for PT. The space that I was trying to lease, we just couldn't get the deal done. It was really difficult to get them to understand where we need to be from a finance perspective and also from a contractual perspective, what we are accountable for and not accountable for. We've probably spent $2,500 on a solicitor, $3,000 on a solicitor so far that's been trying to argue those points for us. And ultimately then the landlord of the place has just basically said, nah, I'm not into doing any of that. So we've wasted $2,500 just trying to move. So now it's back to the drawing board and trying to find a new space. And then before anyone asks about the house move, that has pretty much stalled. We've had another buyer fall through this week for our house. Unfortunately, they put in an offer which was a great offer, and we accepted it. And then they went to get their mortgage, and they failed the mortgage affordability checks, despite paying far more in rent than what the mortgage would be on the new place, on our home. So yeah, so it looks like we're going to lose a third house that we wanted to buy. So yeah, who knows? But it's all up in the air, and there's a lot of stuff happening. But that's kind of it for PT news, really. That's kind of like where we're at the minute. It's just a bit of a holding pattern from a business perspective on the workshop, and all of the stuff that we've got in line for the product stuff is happening just fine. Surely you only take bids from people who already have approval in principle in place. Yeah, so they had agreement in principle. So so in terms of the offer on our house, they had agreement in principle with their mortgage provider. And then when they actually went to get the mortgage after we'd accepted their offer, they then failed to get their mortgage due to affordability checks that they did at that time. I don't know the detail of it. They didn't want to talk to us in too much more detail. They have said they are going to try with another mortgage provider, but it is based on what their mortgage advisor has told them, it's looking unlikely. So yeah, it's just very frustrating. So if anyone wants to buy a house, within 15 minutes drive of PT's workshop, and yeah, please let me know, because I need to sell one. So yeah, and I take a fair chunk off the asking price as well at this point, just to get it sold, because every single time it's just fallen through, and it's just so frustrating. I have told my wife that after we move this time, we're never moving again. Like, we're just not. That's it. It's move and done. Never moving again. I just don't want to go through it all. It's just, it's not fun. I've just realised the camera is pointing a little bit too high, so I'm just going to lower that down. There we go. And it should be... Nope, wrong way. There, that's it. You can see a little bit more of me in frame. So yeah, so lots of stuff happening, but kind of not happening at the same time. It's a lot of really frustrating kind of like mid-ground of stuff, which is really difficult to force myself to get through at times. And the big things that we need to do, such as move PT HQ and things like that, are kind of just stalled. And I just don't know what to do now. I just do not know what to do. It's incredibly frustrating. And at the same time as this, I'm trying to find actual work, a day job. There is maybe an opportunity on the doorstep for that, but I need to push that a little bit further. And that's just another compounding factor, yeah, in there. OpenAI Skynet has escaped into your camera. No, I think I was just panning it around to show people on the last stream, and I just left it out of place, that's all. So I just wanted to get it back into place. Either that or I've moved the desk. But yeah. Right, okay, so that's kind of a whistle-stop tour of everything that PT's doing at the minute. So let's do the whole shill on the website bit and tell you guys this is what we're trying to sell at the minute. Which is the bit I'm terrible at and not very good at. But let's have a look at live group buys. There are a few things I do want to call out here. The Seal 80, the Sensi Seal 80, the Dolce edition is now live. So this is designed to match DCS Dolce. It's a pretty cool keyboard. If you've ever liked anything Dolce related, this might be for you. I'm a big fan. I will be picking one of those up. Other things that we are doing as well, we're doing our first proper mouse. We're working with NK to bring this to market. This is the NK M1 mouse. This is the Novel Keys M1 mouse. With beige, it's designed to match GMK beige colours, and then also this bright orange colourway as well, which is pretty nice and pretty tasty. Some of the features on the mouse are down here, but it's very light, 230 mAh battery, tri-mode connectivity, all of the polling rates, Bluetooth rates, and everything else, using TTC optical switches, and it uses an online configurator as well, which is pretty cool stuff. So I'm hoping to get one of these from Novel Keys. But this also matches a glass desk mat that you can get. So we're also offering this. It's a desk pad that's made of glass, super smooth, great for gaming, that kind of stuff, something a little bit different. And we're also doing like a little GMK CYL mini orange accent pack as well to go with this. I was trying to get them to put an ISO enter in this. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, but it does give you the WASD and escape, and it just matches the mouse quite nicely, which is something to do. What's my favorite for the CL80? If I was gonna pick a case color, I'd probably go for the olive, just because I think it looks really nice. Like when you look through, the olive is just super nice. I think, yeah, olive is what I would pick up. But it's a side profile as well. There's a really good shot of the side profile somewhere. Where is it? Maybe it's this one. Yeah, you just see. I just like the side profile. I like this curve at the back. I like the homage, these bars here, to the old Dolch packs. It looks great in ISO layout. It's been built in ISO layout already, so we don't need to worry about the compatibility. It's just really cool. Just a really cool project. So, yeah. There's also DCS Soju Blue, which if you like blue key sets, this might be for you. And of course, there will be UK ISO keys with this one as well, including Alt GRs, because we try and do the do. SWG Heartbreaker. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. The schema is not too far away from the end now. There's only a week left. So if you do want to pick up a schema, please do consider it. GMK TA Neo has technically finished, but we're going to close it on Monday. So maybe you want to make an order over the weekend, you can do that too. Yeah, just go pick some stuff up. In terms of live pre-orders, we've got all of your favorites on here that have passed by recently. The only one I want to call out is Cat Retro Byte, because this will be closing on Monday or Tuesday. When I start to process the group buy orders from Cat Retro Bytes, this pre-order will close and the prices will go up by about 10% when we put it into stock later on this week as well. So maybe you want to pick that up. There's also Hangul, Kintsugi, KKB Beige, MW Geisha, Seawell Power Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker is due to ship to us from GMK in the next week or two, I think, as well. So maybe you want to watch out for that. Lots and lots of stuff that you might want to consider. I'm not sure why High Vis is there because it's in stock now, but you might want to consider that as well. And then from an in-stock perspective, we've dropped a ton of stuff in stock on the website recently. Chocolatier R2 in stock. This GMK has got UK ISO keys in base, all of them in base. Including the blue keys as well, because it did pass 500 orders worldwide, so you do get those keys included with the base, and you get those keys included for free with the extensions as well, because they were stretch goals. Tons of keyboards in stock. QK80s, Mark IIs, Neo Ergos, Neo 75 CUs, Neo 65 CUs, Neo 60 CUs, Neo 60 cores, PBS Granite, Mutagen desk mats, Gurikawa desk mats, Mictland desk mats, Kaiju desk mats, Ada desk mats, QK Alice Duo keyboards, QK 101 keyboards, Absolute, PPT Fans Absolute, Cherry Love desk mats, PPT Fans Budgerigar, SWG Rubber, Cap Santa Lum, DCS Superworld, Tiger R2, Love desk mats, Shirasagi, Big Lucky linear switches, Foundation R2 in GMK, CYL, and MTNU. These have all dropped in the past week. Like that's kind of like how busy we've been dropping stuff in the past week or two. So maybe consider some of that stuff as well if you're interested. And one thing I will say is if anyone makes an order during the stream today, I don't have any live discounts because the bot for that is broken, but if you do make an order during the stream today for something in stock, you will get a free mystery desk mat added to your order when I pack it and ship it tomorrow. So maybe that's something you want to consider. We have a ton of mystery desk mats that I want to give away, and it could be any desk mat we've ever sold on the website, I'll put it that way, but there's some pretty cool rare ones in there too. The Dolch keyboard looks really nice. Alps and MX PCB is tempting. Yeah, MX and Alps on the same PCB is really nice to have. Yeah. Do you know anything about Divina Papaya fulfillment? I don't actually. Let me see if I can. It wasn't an email actually from GMK the other day. Let me see if I can get that up. Let me see, because they did mention what's going to be shipping in the next 6 weeks. It was Anita that messaged me. So let's see what she said. Okay, so it doesn't look likely to be in the next 6 weeks. Divina Papaya. So Combo Breaker is due this week, and Greg R2 is due this week. Power 2048 is due the first week in August, and then across the rest of August, Sentinella, Zooted R2, Gurikawa, and Ishtar are due. So, and that's pretty much what they're due to ship across there. Let me see if I can see with the last time it was mentioned. So originally it was actually due for shipping in May. I'm not quite sure why it didn't ship in May. Everything else off the list that I got for May has already been and shipped. I will message message GMK on Monday about that and see if I can figure out where that might be. So yeah, I will message GMK on Monday. I'm on the wrong thing. How come the stretch goals for Chocolatier were for blue keys? So the stretch keys were because the original keycap set included blue keys. I'm not sure of the significance. I can't remember anything particularly blue in the reference material, so I'm not sure. Any updates on a restock of the Gensh, the Nench Gion stuff? No, and not yet, but it will happen at some point. I don't know when, but we will have them at some point soon, probably in the next couple of months. Gurikawa ain't coming in August. So the last I heard was that they've only got one color to do, and I think all of the keys that don't need that color are already in production. I think that they want to get Gurikawa and anything that's been. So the other one is Motif. They want to stop producing other things to produce those as soon as the colors are signed off, so they will turn those around incredibly fast because everything's ready to go for them as soon as the colors are signed off. I think the issue with Gurikawa was using hex codes rather than Pantones to create the colors on the renders, which is probably not the right way to do it, but it is what it is. So yeah, so excited about the combo breaker death mats. Yeah, I don't know where they are actually. I'd have to check the updates, but yes, they shouldn't be too far away. Have you looked at the DCS Superworld numpad by any chance? There was some concern that the render had a dimpled numpad 5 with a too large legend compared to the rest. So it was talked about on the Signature Plastics Discord server, and someone was asking when was it going to be produced because they thought the render was wrong. Now we already have the sets and we shipped them out months ago, like a month ago. So I went to check. Unfortunately, we've sold out of the numpad, so I don't even have a numpad left to check. But none of the buyers of Superworld have said that they got the incorrect 5 key for the numpad with the larger render. So I think it's just a render issue until someone shows me a specific one. Well, we'll see. Thank you so much, Jane. No worries, Divina Papaya. I will email Mario on Monday and just ask for an update. I know that you know as much as I do with the color matching, so we'll see where they are. MTNU color matching took longer than planned for Divina Papaya. MTNU color matching always takes longer. It took long with Foundation. It took long with Mixlan. It's just trying to match ABS colors in PBT is not easy. So, yeah. I didn't know Greg was actually a keycap set. I thought people just made it with multiple sets of keycaps. No, it's people have done that, but yeah, we sold the Greg R2. Here you go. It's in pre-order right now. You can pick it up right now in pre-order, and it will ship as soon as we get the sets on hand and we ship out the group buy. So yeah, there you go. Greg exists. These delays remind me of old school GMK. I mean, the thing is, right, when you look at GMK, it's only a few sets that are delayed. Like Hammerhead was about 12 weeks from start to finish, which is what we said. The vast majority of sets are done within, High-Vis I think was 16 weeks, something like that. We've had sets as fast as 9 weeks. I don't think GMK has ever been as consistent as they are right now with the volume of sets that they ship through. The difficulty and delay is always in the color matching, and that's not just on GMK. That's also on designers to make sure they've got the colors clear and Pantones and stuff. Sometimes it's better to do it before the group buy. Many group buys now do that matching before the group buy happens, which is great. So. It's just 6 of one and half and a dozen of the other, and as we get further into it, GMK will more and more want to do color matching before sets are produced. So yeah, it will get better. So the 5 will remain a mystery for now. Thanks. I mean, I don't have one to check, otherwise I would check. We didn't pick it up in QC. No one has emailed me to tell me that it was wrong. No one who bought the extras has said that it was wrong. There has been one person mention it on the SP Discord that it might be wrong because of the render, but no one who's actually got the set has actually said anywhere that it's, incorrect. So I don't know. I have a feeling that something has been happening internally. It's slowed down and it's inexplicable. GMK are actually really, really consistent. It's very, very few sets that are delayed. Nothing has slowed down at all in my experience with GMK. I don't think that's true. Chocolatier was faster than I expected. Yeah, I mean, Like so many sets are fast. Like so many sets are fast. What have we put in stock recently from GMK? Let's have a look. So Chocolatier was fast. Tiger R2 was really, really quick. MT New Foundation and CYL Foundation were a little bit slow, but not massively so. Green Alert was pretty quick. Hammerhead was incredibly quick. High-Vis was fast. Pompeii was fast. Vintage Keys was really quick. Hanglebait, I think, was 10 weeks, I think. Something like that, 10 or 11 weeks. Micplan was about a month late. Blot was really fast. Unobtainium Blue was incredibly quick. Cherry Love wasn't delayed. Windbreaker wasn't delayed. Orenji was really fast. N16 was really fast. Just Beachy was really fast. Beta and JS were really fast. Yeah, I mean, that's just going what we've got in stock there and not what's sold out. That's, you know, so many different things have gone really quick. I'd rather delay for a better product. I mean, that's true. That's why Motif, for example, has been delayed so much, because they want to make sure it's correct. The issue with Motif, I think, is the flex in the plastic make it weaker. So you have to get the strength versus the size of the flex correct, to the compromise there correct. That's why. What was with the 5G on DCS Super World? I have a numpad kit. If you have the nipple homing key, the dotted homing key, the worry was that the 5 Legend was a little bit too big. So if you have a photo of that, Jehovah, if you can email me that, and then I can share that with Signature Plastics, and we can just double check it. But yes, so yeah, I have come out in a rash. I don't know why. My wrist has been itchy since I started streaming. But look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look, I have a rash on my wrist that's just come out. Can you guys see that? Hold on. I just felt itchy. Can you see that? Hold on. What has caused that? Where has that come from? I don't know what's caused that. Let me leave my watch off for a bit. Just itchy, really, all of a sudden. Just there. How bizarre. How strange. Oh well, I don't know what caused that, but it's very itchy all of a sudden. Perhaps I'm getting sick. Butterfly clasp. I mean, I wear that watch every day, so I don't think it's the watch. And it's kind of to the side of where the watch is. Like it's, hold on, it's really hard to show you in the camera. It's all down here. The watch sits across there, and it's all past the watch. I wonder if I've just touched something. Oh, I don't have it anywhere else, so it's nothing on my desk. So yeah, how bizarre. Reactions to the mat? I don't think so. This mat's been on my desk for a couple of weeks, so I would have imagined that I would have picked it up before if it had been that. Thanks, Jehovah. I appreciate you sending the picture. Go wash your skin. Goosebumps. Yeah, I might do. I'm not sure what's caused that. I haven't eaten or drunk anything unusual today either. How bizarre. How super strange. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at my wrist now. No, it's not the coffee. I've only had 2. This is only my second coffee of the day, and I drink a lot of coffee. Like I drink, you know, usually 8 or 10 coffees a day. So what I'm gonna do? I don't think it's lube because I haven't used any lube either. I can't think what I could have touched. I haven't eaten anything unusual either today. It does because it's so localized and it's only in that one area. It does feel like it's something that's been on my wrist or something like that. Who knows? Right, I am gonna go wash it. I mean, there's like loads of little dots. I don't think it's an insect bite unless there's insects crawling all over me. But yeah, I am gonna go wash my hands really, really quickly. It's not the watch, no. I mean, I wear the watch every day, so it's not the watch. And it's kind of after where the watch sits as well, so I don't think it's the watch. But I'm going to go wash it really, really quickly, get some soap on it, and make sure it's okay. I'm back in 2 minutes, guys, and then we'll start on the keyboard build. And then we'll do the raffle, the auction for the Neo. So I'm excited for that, but I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Okay, hands washed. Ugh. And I do have a topical cream here that I'm just going to apply. Yeah, it's weird that it's come out. It's a little bit clearer now I've washed it. I know this is a bizarre thing to show you on stream, but yeah, it's just really weird. See, it's after the wrist strap, because that's where my watch sits. There's only a tiny bit being under the wrist, under the strap. The rest of it's kind of like past it. It's really strange. Anyway, let's put some cream on. I don't think so. The trousers were. I mean, I'm wearing shorts, but they were fresh on just before I left the house, like an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago. So I don't think it's that either. I did go to the shop on the way to PT. Yeah. So I'm wearing shorts at the minute. So yeah. Who knows? I mean, I'm not particularly hot. I might put the fan on for a little bit, but yeah. Okay, I'll put the fan on for a bit. It's probably the Jane that you're typing on. This is not a Jane. So yeah, I don't think it's something on the trousers. I don't think it's heat rash. Just really, really strange. I'll keep an eye on it. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to draw around it, and then if it spreads, I can see that it's spread. So I'm just going to... Typical. Maybe put a pen that draws, Jay. Just going to draw around it, and then I can see. Okay. Do not know what it is. I suspect it must be something outside of the workshop. I wonder if I touched a tree or something when I was going in the shops earlier or something like that. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'll let the ink dry on my arm, and now I have a good visual indicator of where it is. Hopefully it'll clear up. Very strange. Is that the absolutely mutilated GMK sloth on the Neo 70? It is, and we're actually going to be auctioning this board off later on. New tattoo? No, I've had that 20 odd years. The only new tattoo I have is on my leg, but that it's not touched that, so it's not that. But yes, we will be auctioning this board off later on. So if you would like to be the proud owner of a Neo 70 and GMK sloth, which does have one broken keycap, but you will get that with the set. With Wook Studios Big Lucky Switches and 4-app stabilizers, we will be testing some of our new software that Crispy's has written for us. Well, he'd be written it for himself, but I'm going to steal it basically, to auction off this keyboard for charity. So after we've completed the build today, we're going to auction this off. And how it's going to work is a little bit like eBay, but for 20 minutes. You guys are going to have 20 minutes to put in your bids. You may be outbid. You may not be outbid, you might be the highest bidder, to try and raise some money for charity for this keyboard. Whoever the high bidder is, you will pay your high bid amount, and I will transfer that, plus I will double it personally out of my own bank account, from my personal bank account, not PT's, my personal bank account, and donate the whole money to charity. So if you buy this board for £5 and you're the high bidder, I will put £5 in. You buy it for £100, I will put £100 in. You go absolutely crazy and spend 500 quid on it, I will put 500 quid on it. So it's not a blind bid. There will be, this is how professional we're going to be. There is stuff, and it will show you who the high bidder is here on stream. So we do have stuff ready to go for this, but I'll show you the website later on. You'll actually see me build the product listing for the auction for this avocado, green, and copper Neo 70. You'll see me build it, and then you guys will have the ability to bid on it. In fact, I can show you it kind of now. So this is the page where I'm going to add the item. So I'm going to type in all of the details, put a post image in there and stuff like that. And then the page that you guys will see is this one. So if I refresh this now, you'll see that you can actually follow along with the stream here. It will show the chat on this bit as well here. Yeah, you'll be able to see the item details here, who's live. You'll be able to add your bidding and stuff like that. And yeah, how does that work? Oh, I need to log in. I'm not going to log in on this window because this is on a private browser window. But yes, you will be able to follow along. There you go. It's working now. It's not starting imminently. This will be after we did the build stream. This is very much beta software, but we are gonna share it with you guys, and you're gonna be able to basically bid to win the board. And I will personally match the largest donation. Whoever the winning bidder is, I will personally match that, which will be pretty fun and pretty cool. So yeah, so it's not blind bid, but you'll see Discord usernames only, basically. And I will call out if someone makes a bid and puts a Discord username in, and that person does not buy, I will call you out in a public post on my Discord server saying you promised X amount of money to charity and you have failed to deliver on your promise. So don't bid and then think, oh, I'm just going to put a cheeky bid in and not actually pay. Okay, so yeah. Test it in prod before prod. I mean, this is it, right? We're testing it today when we're actually going to use the software in the future for some bigger things. So this is the test environment. This is technically the test environment, which is quite fun. Georgie says, if you're not doing an auctioneer chant, I'm not interested. We can do that. Man in the back with the pound. You are now on £1. Any more for £1. Going once, going twice. Oh no, there we go. Lady in the blue dress. You are now at £3. We're now at £3. Now we're at £6. Now we're at £8. Okay, any more for £10? Anyone for £10 up? We're looking for £10. Going once, it's going twice. No, the guy over there with the nice mustache. Now we're at £10. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. I feel like I'd be okay doing that job in real life. So yeah, we'll do this after the build today. But it is. Would you like to go now, guys? Should we have a test of this now with a fake product that you can just go nuts with on making whatever stupid bids you like? Would you like to do that? Would you like to have a play with it first before we do the real thing? Should we have a little play bid? Okay, let's do that before we do the build. You know, I can see us not actually doing the build today. Just play with this. Let me create a. You are bidding for Jay's love and affection. There you go. I hope you guys can read that. I didn't even spell bidding right. I need an image. Let me go to the PT website and steal an image. I'm going to steal the Sensi CL8T Dolch image. Okay, the starting bid is going to be, I don't know. Let's make it 100 quid, just because we're playing silly, and let's make it I don't know. 300 seconds long, 350 seconds long. I don't even know how long that is. Right. So you guys can basically do what you want. So I'm going to save the item, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys this website. So this one is just for test. This is not going to charity. You can put £1 million on this one. This one isn't for real. It will only be for real when we do the raffle for the board, and I will be very, very clear that it's a real raffle and you are spending real money by doing it. Okay, so this is the website you want to go to, and you guys should be able to join up there. I'm going to set that live, and now you'll see that this is what you should see when you log in on that website. And you can bid. Look at people bidding. Look, here we go. Oh gosh, like right. So I need to turn the browser off and I need to turn the auction on. So look, this is telling you who's the high bidder each time. Like there you go. This is how it will work. Down in this bottom section here, it's telling us who is the live bidder at any given time. It's going too fast for me to, where is it? There it is. For me to even say what's happening. But you guys can see how you can play with it. There's 5 minutes left of it. And you can bid. And now I expect it will go much slower than this for the real one. But it's really, really fun. It's really, really fun. Look at it go. If anyone spends this much money on the real Neo, I'd be very upset because I wasn't expecting to have to donate that much money myself. But hey. My mouse double clicks. So you can see live here who is the high bidder as well. Obviously when it's real money, you might want to not just keep double clicking because you can outbid yourself on this software. Are we able to do free text bids? So for the final one, what we will do is we will have a closed bidding option, so people, because this isn't a raffle, so it's an auction. If it was a raffle, we have to have a free way for people to enter raffles. This is not a raffle, it's an auction. But what we will do is for people who can't necessarily make it on stream, when we're actually doing the live raffles, I will enable people to have a way to message me first to do a blind bid. So I won't look at those, but what we'll do is we'll have the bids open for something, and then I will have someone bid on their behalf at those intervals, like that larger amount. So yeah. Are we able to do free text bids? So rather than incrementing in whatever amount you configured, you can enter $300. That might be for build later on down the line. The idea is that we just want to make it easy at the minute, and this is something that Chris has built in his spare time, and he's done an amazing job just building this as it is right now. Because like if we come over here, you can see on the browser, like look, like this is the live page. Like if I bid now, you'll see that my bids are going in as well, which is really fun. It is incredibly fun. Look at it go. There's still 3.5 minutes left. It's how many people can click for this. £1 outbids are too low. Yeah, for the actual one, when we're doing it, it'll be on this screen. I can set what the increment is here. So what I can do now is I'm actually gonna watch the numbers go up now. There we go. Oh no, it's the wrong one. Edit there. Look at the numbers go. So yeah, so what we're going to basically do is we're going to set it to a reasonable amount. I will probably set it to like £5 bids or something, so every bid is a £5. But yes, you can see just how quickly this is going to grow, especially when we're doing it for a board like this. I'm actually tempted to make it another slight tweak to it. But yeah, so we can do that no username on Twitch. We can tweak and change it. Like, I mean, if someone pays me 7-8 million quid for a CL80, I will absolutely make sure you'll get that. Oh, is there that? Can we do that? Okay. I didn't realize we could actually type in an amount. I was very, very briefly on the screen. It's funny. It's so funny. I mean that it hadn't fallen over. Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing's fallen over. Yeah, it's working just fine. There isn't custom prices yet. Yeah. I didn't think so. I thought that might be a future build thing. But it's just fun, right? Starting with +1, and then when greater than X, +10, and then +100. Yeah, so you could have like different, like up to £100 it's +1, between 100 and £1,000 it's +10, and then plus £1,000 it's +100. Yeah. Now you can be blamed for Jay getting murdered because someone bought him bled in. No one's buying me, and I'm certainly not worth that amount of money. I would be worth. I'm not even worth this amount of money at the end. I'm not even worth the 54 at the end. I'm like worth negative figures. Like if it was me up for auction, like I'd have to pay you guys to take me. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. But yeah, the idea is to raffle this off later on, or auction this off. Sorry, not raffle. Raffles are different. Auction this off later on using this software. So we'll do that towards the end of the build stream. Surely as you get to the end, you might want to revert to £1 bids. The other thing that I know that Chris has been looking at building is if you do bid, it like extends the time by another 30 seconds sort of thing, just to give people a chance to rebid and stuff. But I didn't want to do that for this today because that feels like it has to end during the stream, right? But maybe when we're doing the event that I want to do in a couple of months' time, where it's going to be maybe 50 different lots on a stream and we're trying to raise money for charity, then we'll have a look at it there. Warren Buffett's spending account is on stream. Can you imagine 51 million quid? Can you imagine? Good news, my rash is not spreading, so I don't know what caused it. Point of view, did you listen to my nose? Is this raffle or bid? So it's an auction, Mikey. So when we do it later on, it's an auction. So that's why the bids are consecutive. Like it's not you buying a raffle ticket for $1 or £1 or whatever, and then we're pulling it out. It's an auction. Think eBay but keyboards on stream. That's what we're going to be doing. So this is just literally just to test it. But I will do the actual one later on, where you can use this software to basically make a bid for the Neo later on. And as I say, we're gonna do it all for charity. Every single penny that you guys, that the winning bid pays for this, will go to charity, and I will match that amount as well. So if it's 100 quid, I'll match and put 100 quid in my own money. If it's 500 quid, I'll put 500 quid into my own money. Not PT's money, my money. Just to be really clear, I don't think I could get the accountant to agree to let me put PT's money in, but I will do it myself. So yeah. So for this particular one, Bazooka, you did win my love and affection. Thank you very much for that. For the low price of 51.9 million. So yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't worth $1 billion, but you know, I'll take it. So yeah, so if you want to pay by check, let me know. I prefer bank transfer. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do. So that's the fun of it. And I'm going to delete that item because we don't need it. There we go. So we'll play and do the actual auction later on Stream Live. I'm just going to turn off the auction. But for now, we're going to do a normal keyboard build. But you've had a play. You understand how it works. It should be good fun. It should be good fun. Jay gonna send John Wick for that money? No, that was just playing. We should auction for Jay's love. The fact that you're watching means you have my love. That's it. And my love's not worth anything, so that's fine. Could always do the glass test to see if it's heat measure. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just popped up. Like, it wasn't there before I started streaming, and then it was there 20 minutes into the stream. But that's why I've drawn around it, and then we can figure out what's going on with it later on. It's fine. Let's shop an offshore account in the Caymans first. Nice. HMRC is into the chat. Sure. HMRC can go away from the stream. They shouldn't be here. Charitable donations are a tax write-off. I'm sure the accountant would be thrilled. Yeah, sort of. They are and they aren't. So the actual money that you donate is not a write-off, and you can't write the whole amount off on your tax bill, but you can write the tax percentage of the amount off of your tax bill. So it gets quite complicated and quite in the weeds, but it's not a write-off of the whole amount. Like, we've done it in the past. I think a couple of years ago when we climbed the Yorkshire Three Peaks, I think we raised something like, $5,000 or something for Macmillan. And in the end, I think the actual tax relief we got off of doing that as a tax write-off or tax relief, I think it was only about 300 quid. It wasn't like it was a huge amount. So yeah, so it's different, but it's one of those things. It's tattoo flu. I don't know. It's something that I've touched since I left the home, I think. It popped up just as I started streaming. Like, I noticed it a couple of minutes into the stream and then said something when it got itchy a few minutes later. But it's just one localized area. It looks like I've touched some plant or something that's just giving me a reaction, because they're small little spots that have got like hives in them. So maybe I've caught some nettles or something like that, or whatever, because I did go to the shop to pick up milk and stuff before I came to the workshop today, so I think it's that. It's certainly not anything here at the workshop, because I'd have it on my other wrist most likely, or somewhere else on my body, and I don't. So yeah, it is one of those things. It reminds me of Schitt's Creek. It's a write-off. Schitt's Creek is one of those TV shows that just so good. It's so good. Could be heat hives. It could be, but I have had the AC on in the workshop since I got here a couple of hours ago. I haven't really touched anything with this hand that I can think of. There's nothing here in the workshop that I would have touched, and it's nowhere else. I'm wearing shorts at the minute, so I have like shorts on, and it's nowhere else on my body. So you'd think if I touched it, it would. Yeah, I don't know. It could have happened at home, I guess. But I suspect it's something plant-like. Like where I park the car to go to the shop, I do have to cross like through past some trees and some bushes and stuff, so I wonder if I've just caught my wrist. Either way, I've drawn a line around it so I can track and see and make sure it doesn't spread, and it hasn't spread at all since we've started streaming, so. And it looks like it's actually going down a little bit since I put some cream on it, so I think we're okay. Why haven't you subscribed sooner? I know, like, it's one of these things. I think it's something plant-like exists. I think I've touched something going to the shops. I think that's what it is. It's definitely not a tattoo flu. Although I did the cream I put on. So I'm going to shill for this company, but I'm not affiliated with them anyway. These guys sent me a lot of free tattoo stuff. And this is really, really good. Like they've got like a one for healing tattoos. It's a bit like Butterlux and stuff, but this is really, really good. And then they do one for like heal tattoos and all sorts of other stuff. Really, really, just really nice stuff. So yeah, I will recommend those. Right, okay, it is time to do a keyboard build though. So let's crack on with a keyboard build, and then we'll do the auction straight after. And then once we've done the auction for the Neo 70, we will then start to look at some of the games console mods. And don't forget, if you do buy anything off the website today during the stream that's in stock, you'll get a free desk mat. So if you go onto our website right now and order something, tomorrow when I'm packing the orders, I will check anything that has been an in-stock order during the stream hours, and I will put a free mystery desk mat in there. So yeah, have a look at that. My most recent tattoo had the burn relief second skin, and it healed so much faster. Light years ahead of the saran wrap with my first tattoo. So I don't like second skin for tattoos. It's one thing I do have a reaction to is like medical tape, and I think it's the adhesive they put on medical tape, and I found that second skin did the same thing to me when I've had that on my tattoos historically. So I tend not to use it, and I ask not to use it. I tend to just use like a gauze pad and wrap up for a couple of days. I don't like saran wrap on it either because it just makes it sweat, so I don't like that. But I do like putting like gauze pads, like what you treat any other cut and skin irritation with some really nice, usually Butterlux for the first couple of days, and I move on to the stories and ink stuff afterwards. And most of mine heal pretty good. So I had quite a lot of work done on my leg in the past month. I've had two 8-hour sessions, and I've got another 8-hour session coming on Friday coming. So yeah. But I mean, that's just me. I see other people who've had second skins and had great. My wife uses second skin and she's had fantastic results with it. Just it irritates me, so I don't like it. But that's just me. Right, okay, so today we are building a board that's been in my collection for a good while now, and we've not had a chance to actually build it. This green keyboard here, this is a TGR Koala, and it's a 1-of-1 edition because it has the company logo milled into it. It's teal and pink, and it has a huge copper weight on the base. But this is a TGR Koala with this lovely, lovely side profile here. The one on the left, Dragon Rising, the one on the left, this one. This is a Neo 17 Avocado, and we will be auctioning this off live on stream later on today for charity. So we are going to auction this off to the highest bidder for charity, and whatever the highest bidder is who pays that bill, I will match it, and we will send that money to Macmillan Cancer Support, who we're doing the stream for. So it comes with GMK Sloth, Wook Studios Big Lucky Switches, and 4-wrap stabilizers. All built up, sounding and looking good, and it does have that lovely, lovely copper weight on the bottom. So yeah, so we will be auctioning this off for charity later on in the stream. If you're interested in that, please keep watching. But today we are building a Trigon 60. So this has been in my collection for some time, and I've never even opened it up to look at it. So yeah, well, maybe Dragon Rising, you'll get it for a low price if no one else bids for it. But you'll see that later on. Bees Keys, hey man, I hope you're doing well, Beasley. If you guys like ZX Spectrum styling, you should go check out Beasley's latest set, which is available at GMK's website and hopefully soon at PT as well. But here is the Trigon 60. This is a tray mounted 60. And it's got these beautiful copper pieces in here. There is an LED bar all across the front. This bit here that you can see is peeling here is when we take it apart, you'll see that I need to just take the plastic wrap off of the acrylic. Got this lovely wedge-shaped foot of copper. It's actually anodized aluminium to look like copper for the foot. Super, super nice. Let's take the board apart. We do have some screwdrivers. Just grab a little screw tray. I'll zoom in so you guys can actually see what we're doing here. Right, okay, let's take this apart then. I hope you do stock it, it would be awesome. I have messaged Mario, or I think I've messaged him. He knows I'm interested in it, so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do something about it and have it stocked here in the UK, because it has UK ISO in base, which makes it really nice. Gemma, good evening, my dear. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing one magic trick practicing today. Okay, so that should be the base taken off. There we go. And now we're just going to take this foot off because the USB port is inside the foot, so we do need to take the foot off to make sure we can get that all aligned too. Get a slightly smaller screwdriver for this. Super Hands, Evening J, that Neo 70 looks absolutely fucking cromulent. It does, and I appreciate your choice of words, good sir. It looks as cromulent as you do. Here's the tray, and as you can see, we're going to have LEDs routed into here, which is going to be nice. And then here is the aluminium foot that is anodized to look like copper. And that's where the bloodsport is going to sit. In the top case here, we have this piece of acrylic, which just sits in the front, where it's screwed in. Just doing some food prep for tomorrow. Hope you're good. I am good, apart from I came up in a rash just starting stream, Gemma, which is, I'm going to blame you, Gemma, because I don't know why, but I am. I got my rash from Gemma. That's really unfair. That's really unfair. I don't mean that. Yeah, I don't know what's caused it, but I suspect. Look at that. We're just gonna. I suspect I've touched a plant or something when I went to the shops earlier on, and that's what's caused it. You do know Gemma, right? Yeah. You know Gemma too. Okay, lovely piece of clear acrylic. Don't tell everyone I have a rash. I would never. I just needed someone to blame. The other good thing about this board as well is, I'll show you this now, before we put the acrylic back in. If you wanted to buy extra parts, you could absolutely buy extra parts of these triangle shapes, and you could pop them in on the base here. So you could have multiple different colors and things like that. And the acrylic is what actually holds them in place. So all of these are removable, and so is the LED sensor at the bottom as well. Now we don't need to change those out, so we're just going to put the acrylic back in. He says. What's causing it to stick? There we go. Okay, now we're going to put these 2 screws back in. Now we're taking that plastic off. Yes, hence you're going to get a snap. Oh, I probably would get a snap, yeah. I probably will get a snap. You'd buy me a Twix to make it better. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. I did have a Mars bar earlier on. I wonder if I'm just allergic to Mars bars now. I don't know. Like, yeah, I did have a Mars bar earlier on. I shouldn't have done, but I went to the shop and they had Mars bars in the fridge, and I was like, a cold Mars bar sounds really good. So I did pick one up. I don't have Mars bars very often. It's probably the first time I've had a Mars bar in a long time. I couldn't tell you how long, but in a long time. Mars bars are so good. Yeah, I do like a Mars bar. Okay, so we do have a few extra bits here. We do have, for the front, we do have, instead of the LED badge, we do have a solid brass badge, and that is brass. We're not going to use that today because I like the LED badge, which is this bit here. The LEDs are going to shine through that. But we do also need to install the gaskets. So we're going to install these. And these go in both the top and the bottom case. And these are all the same. And these basically go in these gaps just here. So if I angle that up, you can see they go in just like so. And they go on the top and the bottom case. So we're just going to install these first. Love slicing a cold one, seeing the perfect layers. Yeah, I like that. Cold Mars bars are good, yeah. Cold Twixes as well, but not super cold, not freezer cold for not Twixes. Snickers. Cold Snickers are great too, but not like frozen Snickers because then the peanuts are too hard. But yeah. Could go the rest of my life without a Mars bar, but if I had to give up a Mars bar ice cream, I would be devastated. Do you know, I don't think I've ever had a Mars bar ice cream. I have seen them. I don't remember ever having one. If I have had, it would have been a very long time ago. Bring back the Fuse bar. I used to love a Fuse, actually. I've not had one of those for a long time. What was the other one that was a fake chocolate? It was like a Ripple or something? It wasn't real chocolate. It was all fake chocolate, if I remember rightly. Mars bars are disappointing unless they're deep fried. I thought you were Welsh, not Scottish, Super Hens. Jay, what are the main differences between microfiber and rough desk mats? Which one should I get? It's the texture. I don't know if you can see. If I zoom right in, you might be able to see here that there's like a texture to the mat, especially on the white area. You can see that it's got a bit of noise to it. It looks like a distortion noise, and that's the rough texture of the desk mat. When I say rough, it's not actually rough. Like, things still slide and your mouse will still move around on it nicely. But it isn't as smooth as most desk mats. Most desk mats you will have will be the microfiber version. In fact, almost all desk mats are microfiber version, unless they say rough or jacquard on the label. It's a little bit like it's probably closer to the texture of smooth denim than like a cotton t-shirt. Is probably the best way I can describe it. So it's if you like a rough desk mat, you will know once you've tried one, and you will buy a lot of rough desk mats afterwards. People who like them tend to really like them. Of course, the easiest way is to come to PT, maybe for keyboards and coffee on a Thursday, and you can try one out. I miss Astros. What were Astros? You think you can smell chocolate now, but the sugar's not around. Sounds like you need to go to the shops. I have a rough nerve mat. I prefer it over a smooth mat. It's not bumpy, just more tactile. Yeah, it's not like it's rough textured really particularly. It's just like a heavier twill cotton would be rather than a soft cotton, I think. It's kind of the best way I can describe it. Cadbury Astros, little crunchy balls surrounded by chocolate and a shell. That sounds like an M&M. Fake like Hershey's. Yeah, there was like a chocolate bar in the 90s in the UK that was, I think it was all just like palm oil and stuff like that, but I can't remember what it was called. I'm sure it was like maybe it was the Fuse. I don't know. I'm sure maybe it was called a Ripple or something like that. I'm sure it was Cadbury's, and I'm sure it came in like a purplish packet, but I don't really remember. Okay, this is the last gasket in the top case, and then we can move on to the bottom case straight after. I said I was struggling to get this one in place. Ripple is Galaxy? Oh, it wasn't Galaxy, I don't think. I'm sure it was Cadbury's. It's discontinued now. I'm sure it is. It was like a cross between a flake and a twirl, if I remember rightly. But my knowledge of confectionery is not great, I'll be honest. What was the one that looked like Astros, but they each had different flavored cores? Is that a Revel? Revels were cool. I do like Revels, because you got the coffee ones, and everyone hated the coffee ones apart from me. But I also like the chocolate covered raisins, which I know a lot of people hate too. But all the cool kids like the coffee ones. Revels, yeah, I think you can still get Revels. I'm sure I've seen them recently, or someone mentioned them recently to me. I have a feeling that, I don't know if Bledin's still watching. I'm sure we once had a bag of Revels at a meetup between us. I don't know why that's just come to mind, but I'm sure that we did. The surprise was so unpleasant. Oh, okay, so Basil doesn't like surprises. Was that you, Bledin, where we were sat at a meetup once and we were eating Revels in like the orange packet? Was that me and you? I'm sure it was. I feel like it might have been Leeds. I feel like Revels and beer was what was on the menu that day. My mum had a pack the other day when we were out. Nice. I also used to like a minstrel. I don't know if I might be too old and remembering stuff that you guys won't remember here, but minstrels were cool. I don't know if they still make them or not. I've not seen them in many years. And Karamak as well. I don't know if you... I promise I'm not making these names up. Karamak was like a caramel flavoured chocolate. It was like a white chocolate, like a Milky Bar, but caramel flavoured. Surprises in my mouth? No. Wow. I see how this is. Karamak was nice. Used to like a topic or a boost. Yeah, I like to boost. Yeah. Caramel. We have there's a Cadbury's version now of what was very close to Karamak, which I think is a caramilk, but Karamak was actually quite gritty and kind of nice to be gritty. It was weird, but yeah. Used to love something from Roundtree called Secret, which was a sort of round cylinder lattice bar and gold packaging with a chocolate fondant centre. I don't remember that. Karamak is dead, but you can still get minstrels. Do you know what the biggest disappointment in confectionery has been over the past few years? They're all installed nicely. The fact that you can no longer get a dark chocolate bounty. Dark chocolate bounties were the bomb. They were so good. They were absolutely amazing, and you just can't get them anymore. Okay, time to install the daughter board now. Price chocolate cream, take it or leave it. And we've also got the feet to install as well. So we have 2 screws here. I'm just going to pop them in the trough there. We only need 1 of these, but I have 2, so I'm going to put 1 away. And I just need to see if this goes... Okay, so this goes upside down, just like so. And then we can tuck that in there, and then we can put the screwdriver in these. And put these into place. I feel like maybe for the PT day. So in a couple of weeks' time, a load of lovely people have volunteered their Saturdays to come and help at PT to help me document my personal collection of keyboards and then arrange some of them for raffle for charity, and also to help me pay for my house move. And maybe I should just go buy a load of different chocolate bars, and we can try chocolate bars and reminisce over great British chocolate bars. I feel like that might be a valid use of our time as well. The important question is white milk or dark chocolate. I'm a heathen to many as I love white chocolate and hate dark. They trigger migraines quickly. I like dark chocolate the best. Like if I had to pick any type of chocolate, I would pick dark. Milk chocolate is okay, and white chocolate is fine in small amounts, but I would nearly always pick dark chocolate. Okay, that's the feet installed on the weight as well. That's what I was just doing there, putting the bump ons in. So now we can install the weight back on to the bottom case. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to connect the cable to this and then feed it through, just so it's all nice and neat and done, and we don't have to worry about it then. Just because this is quite a large Molex style connector, I just want to make sure I get it in correctly. Through that, just like so. I'm going to line up our screw holes on either side, just like so. We can put our screws back in. Going to give you all a rash on that day. Gemma, you did not give me this rash. I apologize. It was very mean of me to say that. I was just trying to be funny and silly, and it absolutely backfired on me and was very, very mean. So I do take that back. What is your opinion on mil-maxing? I don't see anyone that's doing it. I personally prefer a soldered build, like full soldered. There's so many hot swap options out there today, and there's so few boards that only come with a solder PCB that I think if you want hot swap, just buy the hot swap PCB. And if you want solder, buy the solder PCB. Mil-maxing of boards, like they're not as robust as a soldered board. They're not as easy to use as a hot swap board. The idea of hot swap is so you don't have to solder, but you have to solder a mil-max. I think they were an element of their time in the keyboard hobby, and I think that time for them has long since passed now. So I think they're pretty much a relic now that probably isn't needed anymore. What's mil-maxing? It's taking a solder PCB instead of a hot swap PCB. So this is a hot swap PCB you see here. And putting little tiny sockets in the solder points and soldering those sockets into the solder points so that you can then hot swap switches. But they don't last very long before you can bend them out of shape. And if you put a switch that was previously desoldered into them, it will make the holes too large in the mil-max sockets to accept non-previously soldered switches as well. So yeah, I don't personally like them particularly, and I'm kind of glad as a hobby we've moved away from them to some extent, I think. Okay, so that's the base done. All of the feet are now installed. The weight's back installed, and the gaskets are installed, and so is the USB-C port on the back, and the Molex cable as well. On the top case, we have got the gaskets installed. We've removed the film from this this acrylic strip, put everything back. And now we are ready to assemble the PCB and plate option. I've mil-maxed a few boards, but now I'd probably solder and just do a dry build and test it for sound and feel before I commit the switches and solder. There, yeah. I think if you want a hot swap, just go for a hot swap. It's much easier. Mil-max can be quite the faff. It can be as well. It's really easy to flood the mil-max socket with solder if you're not careful. I put the cable away. We need this cable. So we have two PCBs. The first PCB is going to be the actual keyboard PCB. And the second PCB is going to be the LED strip that's going to sit in the front of the case. And that's going to sit in here. So it's just going to sit down there like so, and we're going to then have the cable come into that. So we're going to leave that there, and we'll connect it all up shortly. So next job is to decide what foams we're going to use. I think we're going to use all of them. Hot swapping has less options. UK ISO is not always an option. I want to join the group buy for schema. I don't remember hot swap PCB having the big ends key. I mean, I can't remember if it does or not, but there are hot swap PCBs out there that do offer ISO. The issue is ISO is such a low, I mean, I use ISO as you can see here, but it's such a low take up that it's not always worthwhile making the PCBs in that layout. But you know, there's nothing wrong with learning to solder. If you're going to solder a PCB anyway, I think you should just go for the solder. But that's just me. Okay, now there is a bit of foam here. And this is going to sit in the case. So we're going to just do this first, just to make sure we've got everything good. And it's just going to sit underneath this PCB, just to keep it all nice and neat, guys. So we're going to lay that foam just in there. It's just going to fit nicely. And then we can lay the PCB on top of that. And that's just going to mean it just sits nicely. This piece of foam is going to go into the case here as well. And it's just going to prevent any shorts from the PCB on the case. Just like that. There we go. That's the case all now ready for the PCB and plate assembly once we've built it. Okay, so we will use... Can we do hot swap ISO on this? We can do hot swap ISO. Okay, so we'll do hot swap ISO on this board. It doesn't do split left shift though. It does hot swap ISO enter, but full size left shift. So we're going to have to cope with that, but that's okay. We'll cope. Yeah, so we're going to do hot swap ISO enter, full left shift, full backspace. So we're going to need 1 stabilizer, 2 stabilizer, 3 stabilizer, and a spacebar stabilizer. I think this only does 6U space by the looks of it. 6.253. You new to the hobby? JWorks, any questions you have, I'm more than happy to answer. Just ask in chat and I will try and catch up with them in chat. And if I don't, you can join the Discord server and ask away in that. More than happy to help newbies to the hobby. Oh, it does support 7U. Do we do 7U or do we do 6.25? I think we do 7U. 7U on a 60 just feels right, so let's do 7U. Keep it back. And then we need 2 smaller stabilizer wires for 3 smaller stabilizer wires, sorry. We need 1 for ISO enter, 1 for backspace, and 1 for left shift. And then I'm just going to have to very, very quickly go and grab my tools for some lubricant. I'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. Okay. So these stabilizers that we're going to build here, we're going to build a... This desk mat is really terrible for streaming on. If I actually don't, I have this lovely thing. This is a sample of a product we might be selling soon. We've done large solder pads before, but I figured we might do some smaller ones as well. So this is a sample of a soldering pad that we might be offering on the website soon. Okay, so we're going to do a 7U, and then we're going to do 3 2U. Just going to pre-assemble our housings for our stabilizers here, and then we'll lubricate these up. Always 7U? Yeah. Lots of helpful people plus Kalain and JQ. you're all helpful in your own ways, guys. Waiting for the Mini-Me 40. Nice. Yeah, I think we were getting some updates on that. I don't think it's too far away now. One, two, three, 4 stabilizers. I love how Basil was relatively new to the hobby a while back, and you're already on the 7 new hype train. I love it. Love to see it. Okay, so we're going to use BDZ XHT. These are in stock if you want to buy a lube pen. They are in stock right now. And you just twist the end and it pushes lubricant down into the brush tip, and you can apply your lubricant very, very easily to whatever you're lubing. You can lube whatever you want with these. I'll let your imaginations run wild. I'm just going to give the end of the wire a nice little bit of lubricant. You didn't even pit stop at 6U. 6U is still a bit, I think 6U is really useful for HHKB stuff. You can lube whatever you want, but you should not lube whatever you want. Hey, I'm not one to judge, Mr. Klein. I'm not one to judge. I'm not gonna... I don't want to piss on anyone's chips, right? If you buy lubricant from us, I'm not going to judge no matter what you use it for. 6.25 you should be left in the dust. I agree. 6.25. The only time I like a 6.25 U spacebar is on a 65%, and even then, it's only in rare circumstances that I would actually use it. I think 7U is by far the better standard, but that's just me. And for all that people say they love 10U spacebars, we've had 10U spacebars in stock for months and months and months, and we've sold 2. So I don't think people really do like 10U spacebars, despite them saying that they do. $10U is a weird flex. It's a weird thing. I've only ever built one board with a 10U spacebar, but they just don't sell, and people go nuts for them apparently. But then you put them in stock and you get no sales. It's one of those things. The SDF is one of those rare boards where the bottom row might warrant a 6.25U. Maybe it is an unusual layout. I can kind of see that working quite well. Yeah. Yeah, I really, really want to get the SDF extras up this week, but we've had to do a few support requests this week, so I just want to hold off a little bit longer before we drop the extras in stock. But it shouldn't be too far away. Do you think that the red center lum set will look good on Navy? On a Navy keyboard? If it's like a... I think it'd look really good, Kalain, if it was something with like big bezels, like a JO1 or something like that. You know, something with a really nice thick bezel, so you've got plenty of blue around the outside to go with the red. I think that'd look quite good. If you used it on a board that had thin bezels, like say the Koala here, I think it probably wouldn't work as well. Whereas if it was something like the board I'm building, the Trigon, which has got this big front lip on it, I think it'd work quite well, because then you've got plenty of navy blue to offset the red. Like if this was navy blue, you've got all of this kind of space to offset the red a little bit. Something like that would look good. Since ordering, I've gone directly to 7U and 6U. The symmetry around the spacebar is just better. Yeah, I think it's more usable as well. I'm typing it on a Hippo now, big enough pencil. Oh yeah, we'll report back in Discord. Yeah, the Hippo it will definitely work well on. Yeah, I think that will work well. I wondered what board you were putting on. I didn't know you had a Navy Hippo. I knew you had a Hippo. I didn't know it was Navy. I wanted the copper Hippo, but I just couldn't afford it. It was just too expensive. Okay. And I hope you're all ready to do some bidding on an auction for charity soon as well, because we're going to do that after we finish this build. And then we'll see what time it is before we do anything else on the stream. Okay, so that's all stabilizers assembled. I'm just going to put a very, very, very light coating of lubricant just on the slider rails, and that's just to make sure things are moving nice and smoothly, not to go up the works or anything. You don't want to put too much on here. I'm basically wiping off more than I put on. It's a very, very faint coat. I have a copper piggy numpad coming. We'll show my attempts to patina it on the Discord. Oh, dude, I'm so jelly. I'm very jealous of that. Odd for the type test to not be the climax. Hey, I'm all about bringing new climaxes in. The payoff doesn't always have to be the same thing. There's still Santalum in stock. What's going on? Best set for the last few months. It's a really, really good set. I think the green has just sold out in the past couple of days, but there's a few sets left of the red. Yeah, not many though. No one clue. Hey man, good to see you. Waiting on DCS Olivetti right now. Yeah, it's still in production. Shouldn't be too far away. Melissa did say in an email about another set the other day that because I've commissioned to go with DCS panels a UK ISO kit. And I was asking where that was in the queue, and she's like, oh, it's straight after Olivetti. And I was like, well, when's Olivetti? And she's like, soon. So it's like, okay. So hopefully it won't be too far away. How many of the 2,000 have you sold of Olivetti? It was not 2,000, but it was a lot. And not very much is the honest answer to that. I saw the extras pre-order and there's like a 10% off thing. Is that already applied? Yeah, let's talk about that very quickly. So if you go on our website, which is not that, how it works is if you go to Group Buy and you look at the Group Buy page, what you'll see is here that by ordering during the Group Buy, you support the project and thank you, get 20% discount on the RRP. So this is the price for this orange pack in Group Buy, the 11 quid. But that's 20% discount on what the RRP will be. So the reason why we can't show it in this price is because we can't show a sale price without having it at the correct price, the full retail price for a certain amount of time. Because there's very strict rules on that. But as part of a pre-order, we want it to be a little bit cheaper. So that price is there and it's already 20% discount. Now that will go up by 10% if we put it into pre-order, and then to the full 20% when it goes in stock. So, you know, it's going to go up by £1 or £2 for pre-order and then £1 or £2 more when it goes in stock. Then you'll see on the pre-orders, when we go to a pre-order page, so here, it's 10% discount on the RRP. So that's already included in that price. So this base kit will be, let's say, £95 roughly when it goes in stock. And it's £85 in pre-order. So that's how it's going to work. And you can kind of track that back a little bit if you go and have a look at some of the in-stock stuff. So if you look at Chocolatier R2, for example, if we have a look at the pricing for that, you'll see that it's roughly 10 and 20% between pre-order and Group Buy. I think we only did this in Group Buy, maybe. Typical that it's finding a load of stuff. Is that going to work if I put it in for like a Boolean search? Just bring back the correct entries. Is that going to work? Yeah. Okay. So Group Buy, it was £128, and then in stock, wrong one. In stock, it's £149. So it's gone up by 20 quid, roughly 20%. I mean, it's a little bit more, a little bit less depending on the product, but you can see that it's roughly that's how it's worked. So yeah. So I'm ADM. When you see a price on the store and it says that it's got 20% off because it's in Group Buy or 10% off because it's in pre-order, that's already accounted for in the price. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. Right, let's turn off browser sharing. Cool. Right, so we've finished lubricating our stabilizers. The next job is to install them. So I'm just going to grab these screws here. Trying to open the packaging so I don't throw them everywhere. I did anyway. And what we need to do is just put the screw in each one. And we're just going to put a washer on each screw that we need. Come on, Jay, why are you making this look so hard? It's dead easy. I picked just a washer that's just been paying. There we go. This is one of those tasks where I realise I need to trim my nails, because I usually do it in the shower every Sunday. I know that's weird that I'm telling you that, but I do. And I can tell that I need to trim them because I'm struggling with things like this. Now, for 4-wrap stabilizers, you can use them either as screw-in or as clip-ins. And what I want to do today is use them purely as screw-in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually trim them down. I'll show you how that works in a second. So you can absolutely use these without screws, and you can just clip them straight into the PCB if you want to. And that will work just fine. But you can also trim the clips off with some flush cutters, and then use them as purely screw-in mounted stabs, which is what we're going to do today. So if you guys have got any questions on this, let me know. So, as you'll see, on the bottom of the stabilizer, it has the hook and the clip. That's just a normal clip for clip in. What we're going to do is we're just going to use a flush cutter to take those clips off. And we're just going to, I'll zoom right in so you guys can see. So you'll see the clip is just on the bottom here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to flush cut that completely off, just like so. So that's now nice and flat and flush. We'll do that on the other side. We're going to do that across all of these. I'm going to have to back up tomorrow because these are all pinging off somewhere over there. Okay, time to install these into the PCB. And for that, what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure we've got the right size screwdriver for the screws. Make sure we've got a good size for that. And take our PCB. Zoom out a touch for you here so you can see. We're going to line up our stabilizer. We're going to click the hooks in just as we'd always do, and then we're going to flick that over, and then we're going to use our screwdriver to screw the stabilizer into place. He says. That's one side done. Now we're going to do the other side. And remember, you're not trying to tighten these too much. You just want them nice and flush with the plate. Just make sure they're nice and stable. Don't want them too tight. And that's what you're looking for. That's one stabilizer nice and neatly installed. I'm going to do the same for ISO end to here. I thought 4-ups was screw-in only at first. Nope, you can use them as clip-in only. They're probably the best stabilizer on the market right now, in my opinion. There we go, all installed. What's the deal with the auction? I'll cover off the deal in a few minutes again, but effectively we are going to auction off during the stream for charity a Neo 70 in avocado with GMK sloth. It's this keyboard right here. So you could be the proud owner of this GMK set with big lucky switches, 4-app stabilizers, and this Neo 70, all coming with the rest of the keycaps and everything else as well. And we're going to auction it off for charity using some custom software that Crispies has made for us, which will look a little something like this here. And there'll be a live website which I will pin and share, and we will have a 20-minute auction where you guys will be able to put bids in, and you'll be able to outbid each other. And those bids will be binding. I will expect you to honour them if you make them, and I'll call out people who don't. So if someone wins it and then doesn't actually pay, I will call you out in public. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, whatever the winning bid is, that's how much we're going to raise for charity. And at the same time, I will also match that personally as well. So not through PT, but my personal pocket. If you bid, say, 100 quid and win it, I will match that £100. And I will double the donation to Macmillan Cancer Support as well. That's the charity we're raising money for, Macmillan Cancer Support. They are an incredible charity here in the UK who look after people who are suffering from cancer in a million different ways. But why they're close to my heart is because they looked after my mum when she needed palliative care at the end of her life. And they were just incredible. They gave her dignity in a time of greatest need, and I will be forever grateful to them for that. Okay, that's our stabilizers fully installed. And that means we're now ready to install our foam and our plate. So we might need to trim this foam just a touch. Give me some space. Let's have a look. It's looking okay. I think we'll be okay around the stabilizers as well. That looks good. So we're ready to install our switches. And for this build, we're using key intros, which are in stock on the website as well. Macmillan are an excellent choice. Yeah, every time I try to raise money for charity, I try to do it for Macmillan just because they're such a good charity, and I have a huge amount of respect for them. You can ask me anything yet. While I build, you can ask anything you would like, Mr. Clay. If you have a question for me, I will try and answer any question about any topic that you ask. It may not be a good answer, but I'll give you one. And if you ask a really good question, you might even, at my discretion, win a free desk mat in your next order as the prize. For a second there, I thought the Trigon had changed from black to bright yellow. No, this is just a sample of a small-scale soldering mat. It's actually got measurements on here that you probably can't see and stuff. But it's a sample of a soldering station mat that we might offer at some point in the future, just because I think it's a good product. And it's actually from another company that I want to offer them, so I've reached out and said, can we stock these? And they're like, yes. So we just need to go through the contractual details now and figure that out. So let's imagine you've inspected a house because you need a bigger house because you have so many desk mats. Okay, so you're buying a new house for your desk mat collection. Okay, that's an interesting preposition already, but okay. You like it, you've never bought a house before, but you have enough deposit you think to afford it. What are the next steps? Okay, so the next steps are to speak with a mortgage advisor. Don't use one at a bank, use an independent mortgage advisor, and get an agreement in principle. What an agreement in principle will give you is it will tell you how much they think you can have a mortgage for. So then you will know based on your deposit and your actual affordability, and this will be a contractual agreement between you and whatever bank the mortgage advisor can find for you. And it'll be, if you go to one specific bank, they will only look at their product. If you go to a mortgage advisor, he'll look at all of the products on the market, including some that you won't ever find. And what the mortgage advisor will do is he'll take all that information for you. He'll make you sign a few forms, and he will figure out what the what the banks can offer you. They will then offer you a document which is called an agreement in principle, and that means you are then in a position to go and make an offer on a house. Most estate agents won't accept an offer unless you are proceedable, which means you already have a deposit, you are not in a chain, or if you are in a chain, you've already got an offer on your house, and that you have a mortgage agreement in principle. You then make your offer. That offer will either be accepted or challenged. If it's accepted, great. You are then in position to proceed, and you then speak to solicitors and start your conveyancing, which is a whole different prospect. He or she, yes, sorry, yes, I was being unfair there. Yes, he or she, you are absolutely correct. So that's kind of the next step. The next step for you, Colleen, if that is your situation and you are looking for that new property for your desk mats, would be to speak to a mortgage advisor. If you want a good one, I can provide you some contact details for a couple. Hey, 2 years ago today. Well, congratulations, Gemma. Happy 2-year house anniversary. And thank you for keeping me honest on the he or she side of things. You're absolutely correct. The mortgage advisor, they. We're in that situation. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Fair. You know where to get hold of me, Mr. Clay. We can absolutely have that conversation. Funnily enough, my mortgage advisor might just share a name in common with you. I'm just trying to figure out which way around these need to be. Because we're going 1.5, 1.5. I think it's that way around. Let's, we can always change these over if I've got them wrong. I think those are correct. In the bottom row. Because we should be going 1.51, 1.57, 1.51, 1.5, I think. But we will double check it once I've got some keycaps, and we can switch these over because they're hot swap very, very fast. Okay, split right shift because it's a 60. Wanted to pull the gasket out to make sure it wasn't trapped there. Now I pulled it too far out. Not the gasket, the foams. There we go. Okay, so that's now our plate and PCB assembly all done, which means we can get rid of this. But yeah, like I told you, this has got measurements on it before. Camera, please. Camera, please. There you go, you can see it now. So there are all sorts of little measurements and tools on it and stuff. So I do want to offer those. If anyone's interested, let me know in Discord and we'll see if we can sort something out. Now I'm wondering if it was Colleen's first and then the mortgage advisor shares, and if it was the rec I gave Jane. I don't know if it was you gave me the rec. I got a lot of recommendations for mortgage advisors. My first rodeo. Colleen doesn't like being new to things. It's alright, I'll ease you in gently, good sir. Right, okay. So, now we have the PCB and plate assembled. The first thing to do is to connect up our cable. You'll see here we have two slots. One that says power and one that says LED. So the power one is the one that's going to come from the daughter board. So we're just going to click that into place. Just like so. And then that's all gonna, somehow we're just gonna make sure that lays underneath. We do something like that. And then the other one we need to do is the one for the LED board. So I'm just gonna click that into place. And what we're gonna try and do is make sure that that one pops out from the bottom. So I'm just going to drop the PCB and plate assembly where it's going to sit, just like so, onto those gaskets. We've got this little cable here, and we're just going to plug this into this daughter board as well. Just like so. Then I'm going to tuck that cable back in, and then make sure everything lies down correctly. Looking good. Now we can pop the top case back on, flip the board over, and screw the case back together. And we're going to go diametrically opposed here, just to make sure we're spreading out the pressure inside the case evenly. I haven't looked at the Athena 65, so possibly not. Did I not put the spacebar switch in? Oh, if I missed that, I can put it in. It's a hot swap board after all. The pink tray is super cute. Thanks, man. You can. We do actually have one of these that isn't in stock. It's actually on my desk. We have one of these brand new here. This is the V2 version. So mine's the V1. This is the V2, which actually has a lid, he says. So you can take the lid off. It doesn't have the engraving in the middle, but it does have like a lid. So you can put like things inside that. And I need to put this back in stock on the website. So maybe we'll do that in a minute after we finish the build as well. And one of you can buy that live on the website. You are correct. We are missing a spacebar switch. Where did I put the switches? Okay. There we go. Right, time to give this board a test. So let's load up Switch Hitter. And let's see if this board works. Okay, so first things I want to confirm is we are getting LEDs. And the LED bar is working. Looking good there. Oh, we've got it on ANSI. We can do it on ISO. Let's do that again. Okay. Looking good so far. Caps lock as well. Okay. They're both set to Windows. We'll probably have to set one to FN at some point, but it's all looking good. Every key works. Great. And the LEDs are working. It's lit up all the way across, but I think what we need to do is we need to just adjust the lighting somehow. So we'll need to get into the FN section. That's set up instead of FN. That's going to have to be FN. And then we'll be able to configure the lighting later on and change the LED colors. But we'll do that towards the end of the stream if we have time, or it might even be an off-stream activity. But next up, you guys need to pick some keycaps to go on this keyboard. So I have a few choices for you. The first choice, and I'll put up a poll in a second, is GMK Pompeii. That's the first choice, GMK Pompeii. The second choice is MT New Foundation. And the third choice is GMK Tiger R2. So we've got green, we've got browns, and we've got dark grey kind of colours. So let me set up a poll. Pompeii, MT New Foundation. Oh, gee, you spelled that wrong. And we also have Tiger R2. Okay, so the poll should be live, and you guys can pick which of the keycaps you'd like to see. That poll's live. You can now vote, guys, and let me know what you'd like to see on the board. Those are the three choices. Once we've done this and we've tested out the sound profile of the board, we are then going to auction off, and I have to say auction, it's not a raffle, Jay. We are going to auction off this lovely Neo 70. We're going to auction this off for charity live on stream. You guys are going to be able to bid on an eBay style system live on stream, and I'm going to try and talk it through as we do it, which will be really, really good fun. Some great sets there. Thank you. I do like to pick some fun sets. Should go with tigers. It'll take longer to figure out what goes where. Rash update, has it spread? No, it's actually reduced. It's actually reduced. Like it's nowhere near as red or as bumpy as it was. I think the cream has done the work. I suspect it was just something. I must have touched some sort of plant or something that just disagrees with me, or maybe a tree or something. But it has gone down significantly. Yeah. So yeah, we're good. Jay licking the next F1 track on his wrist. Yeah, the my other secret job is the fact that I actively design F1 tracks. My real name is Herman Tilker. So yeah. I had a small rash that started at the start of the stream, Colleen. So I had a rash on my wrist that I discovered pretty much as I started the stream, and then I mentioned it to people about 20 minutes into the stream. Don't know where it comes from, but it's only here where I've drawn this line around my wrist, and I drew around it so I could see if it was spreading. Basically, it is not. It has reduced, so which is good. Yeah, I must have touched something whilst I was out. The marker pen both marketh and healeth. I don't think it's that. Yeah, and it's not an insect bite because it would be hundreds of bites. But it should be cleared up by the morning. Rash marking is super sensible. Must remember to do it. Yeah, I don't know what made me think to do it, to be honest. I just did it. I wasn't really thinking about it. Just creating some space on the desk. But it looks like Pompey and Tiger are both in the lead. It's interesting though, because there's like 100 people watching the stream. And I hope that means there's going to be 100 people bidding on keyboards for charity and making me pay a lot when I match the amount. But there's not that many votes for keycap sets. So if you are watching, please help me decide what keycap set to put on this. Oh, do you know what? I just realised that the plate has a film on it that I could have removed. Oh man. I'm not taking it apart to do that now. Oh man. Yeah, the plate has a film on it. It's covered in plastic. Oh man. I wonder if I can... So, the plate has like a film on it, look. I wonder if I can be gentle and get most of this off in one. If I tug at this in just the right way... Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, that's something to fix later on. I do not want to disassemble the board for that. Pompey, doing well. I'm not taking that film off, that I can say. Someone is holding back in the votes and will snipe at the end. Maybe, maybe. Hello, it's me. You're making a mess of it. I'm good at making a mess of things. I will have to take this board apart and peel off that film later. Luckily, it's not going to interfere with the actual board or its uses or anything. I'm going to just make sure that nothing's going to get in the way of any switches. But I didn't even think to check that. It didn't look like it had a film on it, but it does. Oh well. Looks like Pompey's going to win. After my kitchen installation, I realised the installer left a film on the underside of the countertop. Well, that's there forever. So our installer, when we had our kitchen done, we had an extension to our kitchen put in about 3 years ago. And he left all on the edges of the doors this blue tape. And I had to go around and peel it off. And it took me like 3 hours to do it. It was a pain of a job. But, you know, I had to do it. Okay. Oh, Foundation's now winning. Is Foundation going to win this? Foundation was like miles behind at the start. Looks like we've got a Foundation win. Empty New Foundation is in stock, by the way, as is Tiger R2, so you can go buy these sets. Okay. Let's get some keycaps on this board, and then we can do the fun raffle. We can do the thing, and we can make the money for charity. You know what pisses me off? Plumbers who leave the sticker on the toilet bowl base. I've never had that. But I do need to actually replace the flush plunger on a couple of our toilets at home. So that's a job for Jay of a couple of weeks' time to do. Is it 1.75 shift? It is. I think that's too big, yeah. I do love the empty new enter shape. Like, it's just such a nice key. We don't have arrows. You're going to tell me I've put these keys in the wrong place. That's absolutely fine. Oh, there's the green shift, actually. I want to use the green shift. What are you doing? Use the correct keys. I think, is there a green shift for that side as well? I think so. Yes, that looks better. I like a bright colour, what can I say? In fact, actually, do you know what we will do? We will change that. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Yes, I like this already. And I'm gonna do that. Okay, cool. Step caps, because step caps is best. I defy anyone to challenge me on that. Good. I'm hoping there's a nice colour for the escape key. Don't think there is. I think we're just going to have to go with the grey, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Raffle equals auction today. Yeah, we're going to do an auction. Yeah, it's not a raffle. A raffle is very different. A raffle I need a license for, and I don't have the license. I don't need a license for an auction.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much for the follow, Aesthetic Method. I appreciate you. You need a license for a raffle? Yeah, so for a raffle, you have to be able to offer a free way to enter. So like all these competition sites that you see, they have to be able to offer a free way to enter, which is usually through sending a postcard or something into them or something like that. And you have to be registered with your local council to do them as well in many parts of the UK. And I am not registered to do that. So and I don't particularly want to go through that process either. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I've lost a tool. I needed a keycap puller. I don't have one. Of all the things, I don't have it to my hand right now. It's a keycap puller. I do. I have a keycap puller. I have a pink keycap puller. And as we all know, pink is the best colour. Wrong profile. Oh, there we go. Fixed. So opening Pompeii, and it's a truly amazing, not gonna lie, it's a really cool set, and they're all unique as well. They're all individually unique. Oh, there is a green FN key. I'm gonna keep that away though. Foundation was a good choice. It really works. Yeah, it really works. Always auction? Yeah, it's an auction. It's an auction, not a raffle. Auction, J. Auction. Have to remember that. Making some good progress now. It's starting to feel a little bit more like a keyboard. And if you were on the set about MT New Foundation, perhaps this is the push that you need to go buy it, because it is lovely. And there we go. That is MT New Foundation on the Trigon 60 with 4 app stabilizers and intro. What are the name of the switches again? Kiki Kintro switches. Looks really, really good. Torero switches aren't too far away. We're just waiting for them to come. Prefer CYL, but still beautiful. I get that. Raffles might only be enterable for UK residents. Yeah, there's a whole lottery act thing and stuff. It's a whole massive amount of it. The hole drilled in the back to access the EEPROM reset button, so I don't actually know if it comes back. Wait, what? Have ASCII extras dropped yet? I've been thinking about picking that up. Not yet, no. They will be soon. Soon. At some point very soon. Right, let's pause the music and see how this board sounds. Sounds really, really good. Super solid.
Incredible.
I love the design choices on this. Nathan Noodler, thank you very much for the follow as well, dude. I appreciate you. I love the design choices on this. It sounds really good. It feels nice. Kiki Kintro switches just slap so hard, though. They feel so good. You'd love black and gold on this. I don't own a set of black and gold. Otherwise, I would consider putting it on there. But yeah, the copper triangular accents. I might cut some acrylic triangular pieces for this. Because I have like the files. I think it just looks really nice with the base. Super clean board. Really nice. I prefer less beige, but the colourfulness makes me happy. I love a bright colour. Accent keys are a must. Yeah, I think for me, for Foundation, the accent keys are a must. I do really enjoy them. I think it just looks really cool. Super nice profile. Love the big weighted foot. Great board. Super cool little 60%. This might be on my desk for a little while. Super, super cool board. Big fan. Big fan of that. It looks just so good. It just looks so good. So clean. What a clean build. Joe said, is that really the decider for whether it's beige or not? Where'd you wait this? Wait, what's the question? What's the question? I don't know what the question is. What was the question? How do you feel about the keycap choice? Yeah, okay. Technically it's not beige, is it? Wait, are we talking about this being beige? I think it's sort of a beige set. Is this a beige set? I think it's a beige set. I think it's a beige set. It's not a traditional beige set, but it's a beige adjacent set, right? I don't think that the standard beige color codes have to be used to create a beige set, though. I think Sloth is a beige set, yeah. And it's not the official GMK beige colors, but I think that is a beige colorway. Beige adjacent, at least, right? Beige? Yeah, maybe. Beige adjacent, I think is how I would describe it. Beige-ish. Beige-like. You're going to imagine you're late? Why are you going to think about being late, Quanto? Why do you want to imagine being late? Why do you want to do that? May beige? Sweet! Oh, I hope you're doing well, dude. I haven't seen you around for a long time. And Colleen is beigist. Maybe. Right, okay, it's time for the fun thing. We've done a build of a keyboard which has come out lovely, and it feels lovely to type on, and it sounds great, and it looks fantastic, and it looks like that. What's not to love? It looks great. It looks fantastic. Super happy with it. But it's time to do something even more cool and even more fun than building a keyboard, and that is getting a keyboard from here into your guys' hands. So, we are going to auction off this board. It's going to be a live auction on stream. We have an eBay-like function, which I'm going to show you in a second, and then you're going to get to play around with live on stream. This we will ship anywhere in the world. You will have to pay your own import duties and tariffs, but as I'm doing this personally, and I never say this, I will declare it at £1 value because it's an auction. So wherever I ship it for, I'll declare it at £1 value wherever you are in the world. You shouldn't get tariffs or import fees or anything like that because I'll declare it a quid. Or if you do get fees, they'll be minimal. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to set up some software and I'm going to live set this up and show you guys this live. You are then going to be able to bid live on stream, and it's going to appear up here or down here on stream. Like literally, you're going to see it there. This is where it's going to be. You're going to see it there, or if we're talking about the board and showing off the keyboard, it's going to be here. So you're going to be able to see the keyboard, and I'm going to talk, and then it's going to be in this section here where the live details are. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to create the page, and I'm going to share it with you, and then we're going to put it live. So, this is the page that you guys are going to see. And I'm going to share this in chat, and then I'm going to pin it in chat. Okay. So, I've pasted that into chat, and I'm going to pin that. And I'm going to pin that until the end of the stream. Okay. So, you guys can go and have a look at this page here that's up at the minute, and you can go and sign in, and you can watch the stream in this little window here and see the chat underneath there as well. And you'll see here there's going to be a live item in a couple of minutes. Now, I am going to put it live. Oh, why is that in the wrong place? There we go. That's where the page should be. Right. So, I'm going to set set it going live now, and you're going to see me build the page for this live in real time. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, which I'm not going to show you, is I'm going to grab the URL for a photo of the board, so you can see what the auction is for, and you can see what you're winning, and it just makes it a little bit nicer. Okay, I'm going to paste that in here. And this is the Neo 70 and GMK Sloth for Macmillan Cancer Support. And this is going to be a live PT auction for the Neo 70 in avocado color, built with GMK Sloth keycaps. You get the full set. Boop Studio big lucky switches and 4-rep stabs. Shipping will be billed at cost worldwide and is available to be shipped worldwide. Okay. I'm going to set the starting bid at 30 British pounds. All bids are in pounds, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, that's all we do. And I'm going to set it to a £5 bid increment. And I'm going to leave this live for 20 minutes. That's 1,200 seconds, I think. Let me check my math on that. Is that 1,200 seconds? 60 seconds times 20, 1,200 seconds. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be live for 1,200 seconds. And I'm going to save that. And now on your page, guys, you will see in a very couple of minutes that up next is coming the Neo 70. So I'm going to put this live in just a minute, and I'm going to turn on the auction ticker at the top of the page. It's hidden right now, but you'll be able to see it in a second. And you are going to have 20 minutes to bid for this board. I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about the board. I'm going to show the board off on stream. I'm maybe even going to do a little typing sound test so you can hear it. But I want you guys to remember a couple of things. We're going to give this money to charity. Every single penny that whoever the winning bids today and wins this board and pays ultimately will go to charity. It'll go to Macmillan Cancer Support. And I have their website open as well because they are amazing, amazing people that do amazing things. This is Macmillan Cancer Support. They look after people in the darkest times of their life. And it's absolutely a fantastic thing. So please consider going and donating there. I'm going to drop the thing in chat as well. But whoever wins the auction today will effectively be donating that money to charity through me, or through PT, through me. And how that's going to work is I will invoice you through PayPal for the winning amount tomorrow. So whoever wins the bid, whatever your bid is, you win the item, you win the board. It's a GMK keycap set with a Neo 70. It's pretty good value. It's probably going to be 350 quid to buy all of this stuff separately. I haven't priced it out, but it's probably going to be about 350 quid to buy it separately. So it's a pretty good deal. It's already pre-built. It'll go straight out of the box. I can tweak the layout for you if you would prefer. It's built ANSI right now. If you want ISO, not a problem. I can change that. The winning bidder will get invoiced on Monday. I hope they pay within 24 hours. If not, I will call them out on Discord and I will be live publicized that they have failed to pay for a charity board that they have won. Once they have paid, I will then match that donation. So let's say the winning bid is 100 British pounds. I will put in 100 pounds of my own money, not PT's, my own money, and I will double it. So we'll then pay £200 to Macmillan Cancer Support. And I'll share the invoices and receipts for that on Discord as well. So I'll share the donation link, whatever else, so you can see it happening live. So yeah, so that's going to be it. So please don't bid if you don't intend to pay. And please don't bid more than you can afford to pay for the product. I don't want people to be going silly with this, but we are raising money for charity.
Incredible.
Now I do have a maximum on how much I will put in. That's £500. So I will double it up to £500. If anyone's bidding more than £500 for this board, I'd be incredibly surprised, but it would be going to a great cause, so I'd be there to support it. But £500 is my personal maximum. I had a chat with my wife last night. That's all I'm allowed to put into this. So we'll do it up to that. Now, the only thing missing, thank you, Basil, from the whole of the GMK Sloth keycap set is one of the novelty Sloth keycaps got broken in shipping to us. So that is the only downside to the keycap set, but it will come boxed and everything else, and the box is slightly damaged, but it's open anyway, and it's got one novelty keycap that's damaged, but the board is complete. So yeah. Right. So I'm going to put the auction live right now. The auction is live right now. The lead bidder is, oh Jesus Christ, it's going up stupidly quick. It's 90 quid already. Super Hands is the winner, but now we've got Rue. Super Hands is 106. Oh my God. No Clue is now £175 is the high bidder, and we've only 20 seconds into it. What the hell? It's now £180 and Super Hands is the high bidder. Have we got any more on £180? Is there anyone else that can beat £180? Look, it's right up here. I'm gonna have to drop this down because it's so big as the text that it's not showing it all. £180 to Super Hands. Okay. £180 to Super Hands. That means we've raised £360 so far already before we've even got a minute into the whole thing. We're at 50 seconds in and we're now at £190 with Chaos being the lead bidder. That's insane because that basically means we're at £400 pretty much already for Macmillan Cancer support in 1 minute. In 1 minute, we have got to £400 of bidding. Well, we're there now. Bazooka is now the lead bidder for £200. And that's a bargain. For 200 quid, this is an absolute bargain. You can get this whole Neo keyboard for £205 right now. It comes with a GMK keycap set. It comes with switches. It's all pre-built at £205. Super Hands is our lead bidder, and he's the man who's making someone's life different over at Macmillan Cancer Support. There is someone in need of cash, and he is now the person that's leading that. That's now changed because now it's Chaos at £220. But listen to how beautiful this keyboard sounds as well. Let's do a sound test because that might convince some of you to pay some more money. It sounds pretty damn good. And we're now at £225, £230, which means we're at £460 raised for Macmillan Cancer Support in 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes into this. We've still got 18 minutes left to go and we're at £230. But Nathan Noodler is our current champion who is raising that money for Macmillan Cancer Support. Now this is live bids. Whatever bids you put in, I will hold you to account for and I will make you pay. And if you don't pay, I will announce you live in Discord as the person who did not pay for charity when we're raising money. But right now, we are at £230. This has far exceeded my beliefs. I was talking to Crispies before the stream. I thought we would hit about 130 quid, maybe 150 quid if we were lucky. And we've already blown that out of the water by £100. We are 70 to £100 more than where I thought it could be. It's going to be too expensive for me. Muggy Mugus, I can completely understand that, but it's a raffle for charity, and it's not just about the keyboard, it's about raising money for Macmillan Cancer Support. Wolfie is missing it. Wolfie will have other opportunities. Wolfie strongly implied in Discord she was watching, not interested. Okay, got it. Was that with foam? I can't remember. This is with foam. Can I get shamed and then I pay? That if that's your kink, I'm happy to shame you, Zuri. I am more than happy to shame you and then let you pay afterwards. That's absolutely fine. 5 quid extra for shaming. I can absolutely shame someone for £5. We're at 230 quid. And Nathan, thank you so much for your high bid so far. You are the one who's raising the money. It's going to be a long 17 minutes. I didn't think that it would rush up to this kind of pricing so quickly. I still think £230 for this is a bargain though, because if you start to price this up on the PT website, let's see how much this would be. So it would be, how much was a set of GMK Sloth? GMK Sloth. Wait, where did it go? GMK Sloth in stock was £150, £149. So we've got 104. I'm going to get a calculator up so I can add this all up. So it's £149. Okay, and then there's some big lucky switches in there. So if we go to in stock switches, there was 80 switches. You get the extra switches as well. How much were they? £31.20. Okay. And then we have the 4-app stabilizers, which are £16 including VAT. So that's another £16. And then we have a Neo 70. How much do Neo 70s go for in stock? And the Neo 70s, what kit closely matches to this? A spray-coated one with a copper weight and a tri-mode PCB. So kit 5 is probably the closest. Kit 5 or kit 9? Spray-coat, there we go, kit 9. Spray-coated avocado. How much was kit 9? Kit 9 was £170. Okay, so that means our total, if you were to build this keyboard today, right today with stuff from the website, it would cost you £366 plus shipping, so 370 quid. And the winning bid for this right now is £235, which is Beeperphone. £235 from Beeperphone is the winning bid, which means we've raised £470 for charity already, because I'm going to match it. That's pretty incredible. If you don't pay, I'll give you a rash. Gemma, I'm so sorry. That was a really bad joke earlier on. It was a really bad joke. I'm sorry. I am sorry for that. Plus the build service. Yeah, I mean, you could call the build service an extra fee. That we do charge 50 quid for that. So if you wanted the whole thing with a build service, it would be 416 quid. £416 right now is what you would pay to make this board, or for me to send this board. But Beeperphone is the current winning bidder with 14 minutes left to go. Me and Jay have other ideas too for this, which might get even quicker. Yeah, that'd be really fun. Jay blamed me for his rash. I did, Gemma, but I was only joking. It's almost gone now. If it helps, it's almost gone. But it's very much healing and going. I'll throw another £100 on top, dude. You are a legend and a lifesaver, and I appreciate you. Whatever the price is, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. Is the near 70 coming back anyway? I don't think so. That's a steal. It's a bargain to get the bid on. It's a fully built board with a GMK keycap set for £235, and that's all going to charity. Every last penny is going to charity, and we're doubling it. And Chris is donating 100 quid as well. So that's £335 from Chris and Beeperphone, and then I will add another £235 to that, which is crazy money. We're raising some really, really good money from Macmillan. And if you don't know what Macmillan do, they do this amazing stuff. They look after people with cancer. They provide people who have cancer with support, so they can talk to you. You can go for a coffee with them and have a chat. You can talk to other people affected by cancer. A lot of people who work for Macmillan are cancer survivors. They can give you information about treatments and all sorts of other stuff. They have all sorts of different things like libraries and things, and awareness months, and they do Mighty Hikes trips. They help out professionals, and they help out families, and they look after people who are at the end of their lives with cancer as well. They can help people who've got money worries as well. If you have cancer and you have money worries, Macmillan can help out. And that's what we're going to support today on the stream. We're going to be helping these people out. You can help you through diagnoses and treatments, and they have all of this information available on the website as well. They are absolutely fantastic at what they do about helping people with cancer and helping families who are living with cancer and all sorts of other different bits and pieces. They do advocacy work, they do volunteering work, they have access to healthcare professionals. They do amazing, amazing things. It is absolutely worthwhile just supporting them, even if you do nothing else today. If you don't want to do a bit, even if you just tell someone about Macmillan Cancer Support, that will make my day. And if you wanted to donate, you can donate right through their website, or if you want to send me the money and add it to the total that we're sending, and we do it in one big payment, you can absolutely do that as well. Just drop me a message on Discord and I will tell you where to send the money to, and I will make sure that that goes to them. And I will put a list of all the people who've helped make this happen as well. So whichever way you want to do it is amazing. But £570 in 10 minutes, in 9 minutes. We've done 570 quid in 9 minutes. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's fantastic. And just thank you, Gemma, for just donating to them instead of bidding. I thoroughly appreciate you. You are an amazing person. And thank you very much for that. But yes, they are wonderful, wonderful people. For me, the reason why I support them so much is because back in the day when my mum passed away, about 2019 now, so it's a long time ago, 7 years ago, they gave her dignity in her last minutes of life, and like the last couple of days when she was in hospice care. And I know that I couldn't do the job that these people do, and I think they deserve the support absolutely 100%. If you're waiting to snipe at the last minute, know that I'm going to outsnipe you. It's still too low in the claim danger zone. Well, I can only double this up to 500 quid. If it goes past 500 quid, I can't double it anymore. That's the maximum of money I'm allowed from my marriage to put in. But hey, I will double it up to that point. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for this. And I'm really, really glad that we've raised, 570 quid already. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane that we've raised this already. if you guys know anyone who might be interested in this keyboard and wants a better deal than £235, like £240, £250, message them and tell them that this is live and it's happening right now and they've only got 10 minutes to join. If you are a streamer or you have an audience on Discord or Twitch or Instagram, let people know, because we're trying to raise money for charity, and we are going to do more of these streams later on as well to raise money for charity. JQ, thank you for lighting up the pink rocket ship. I'm sorry it's not quite visible right now, but it is there. Thank you very much for the subscription, dude. I thoroughly appreciate you. 53 months is a huge amount of time, and you can say first all you want, but you weren't first. Zoe says evil smile meme. I did not jump on the Diad. Is that pronounced Diad or Dyad? I don't know how it's pronounced. But yeah, I also did a personal donation. It made me feel really good about myself. A strong recommend. Basil, you and Gemma are both amazing people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If anyone does want to do a personal donation and they want to lump it in with this payment, just message me, let me know. I will tell you where to send the money, and then I will add you when I put the post up on Instagram. I'll say these people also donated through PT as well. So yeah, amazing thing. It's just this is a charity that just doesn't get enough attention, I don't think, and I want to do more for them. We did 3 mountain climbs in 2 days, did Sharon and Mel and I and Leo for PT for Macmillan Cancer Support 3-4 years ago now, and I'm tempted to do it again. We're going to try and do it. If we do it again though, we'll try and do it all in one day. I'm a lot fitter than I was back then. So yeah, we're going to try and do the Yorkshire Three Peaks in one day, I think, at some point. It's probably going to be springtime next year. I'm going to try and plan it in around April time next year, late March, early April, and we will do the whole of the Yorkshire Three Peaks in one day. I suspect Mel will be on hot tea duty and driving between the mountains. So as we come off each mountain, we have access to hot drinks and snacks and things like that. But and if anyone would like to come along and do that with us, we can do sponsorship forms and things like that as well. So yeah, Three Peaks, amazing challenge, and we'll arrange that towards the back end of this year, start of next year. I think I'll start to arrange that. You'll donate through as if that's okay. I'll message you later. You know, cancer's close to my heart. Trojan, I know it is, and I thoroughly appreciate you for suggesting that. Yes. Feel free to message me, drop me a DM. You know where I am, and I will figure that out with you. But yeah, so yeah, I can't believe we've already raised this amount of money and there's 7 minutes left to go. It's absolutely crazy. Maybe we should have just done it for a 10-minute auction, but this is why we wanted to test it, so we could learn how it's all going. And it's interesting to see what the live page looks like. Let's have a look at the live page. This is what the live page looks like if you guys go onto the link that's pinned. You can watch the stream live in this box on the right hand side. The chat is here underneath. You can use that chat box and watch the stream through that, and you can also bid here for this. At £240 now, Chaos is now the lead bidder at £240. £240, which is £480 through my donation of £580 with Chris's donation on top. So yes, dance for the last 7 minutes. No, I'm not a dancer, and my leg hurts at the minute as well because I am very soft and got tattooed on Friday. And I say it hurts. It doesn't actually. It's not that bad. But yeah. We'll need to be sure to, when you move to the J backlog, to get through it at a reasonable pace. I think what we'll probably do when we're actually raffling off more boards for charities, we'll probably have a limit of 5 lots per stream, and we'll try and do a stream every couple of weeks where we do this kind of thing. I'm the machine that turns unbuilt keyboards into still unbuilt keyboards 24 months later. That's a very slow machine. I want to get cameras and stuff set up at PT, so it's like QVC. We could absolutely do like a QVC type thing. It'd be really fun. Doing different times for different items. Yeah, like we could do like little tiny things, like spare plates. We could do like a minute, or artisans. We could do like 5 minutes, and then for the big stuff, we could do like an hour and stuff like that. There is a machine. The machine isn't turned on. Joking there. There probably is, especially with you, Jake. Oh man, I'm so proud of you. I can't keep a smile off my face. Like how much you guys have raised already. It's amazing. Who will be Debbie with a soulless smile? I don't know. I'm not the type of person that can smile when I don't want to be smiling. Like, I'm not the type of person that can ever fake a smile, I don't think. So, yeah. But I'm really, really impressed with this. 245. Beeperphone is back with 5 minutes left to go. £245. I've had another bid from Beeperphone. I feel like this is a little bit too slow now for me to do the whole kind of like auction thing. But one thing I would love to do is the next time we do a PT Open Day is do one of these live where we could have people bidding in the crowd and you could have little cards to hold up. And I could do the whole announcer thing. We're bidding now on lot 62 and we have £10. Is there £10 anywhere in the room? There we go. We have £10 over in the back corner with card number 121. And now we get gentleman in the blue hat right at the very front. Is it £120? Have we got £130 in the room? Is there £130 in the room? £130 to the man by the front door. We could do that kind of thing and it'd be really, really cool. Really, really fun. So I would love to do that, and we will do that at the next PT Open Day. We'll raise again some money for charity and it'll be really, really good fun. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I need to figure out when the next PT Open Day is going to be. I'm hoping for like October bank holiday will do one. Do you know why? But I was expecting the auction to end if no one voted. Kind of like if you had a physical auction, you have X amount of time to bid, otherwise it ends. Hopefully that makes sense. No, that does make sense. That does make sense. I think we can have different ways that we do this. I think 20 minutes was probably too long. I should have just done 10 minutes. But this is why we wanted to do this and test it and see how it works. But there's only 3 minutes left. Where's the time? There's only 3 minutes left, so it's not too far away now. But this way we also have the option for people to snipe like Kalane mentions as well, which is quite good fun. So we'll see if that happens. I suspect not, but actually knowing Kalane, maybe he will try and snipe. So we shall see how that goes. We shall see how that goes. The other thing to remind you guys, if you do make an order that's for something in stock during the stream today, I will put in a free mystery desk mat as well. So this is separate to raising money for Macmillan. If you do want a free desk mat, I will put a free mystery one in with any in stock order, as long as you ship by DPD and not Royal Mail before the end of the stream as well. So yeah. Does some GBP to EUR calcs. 250 now with Bazooka. Thank you so much, dude. This is amazing. And we're still way under the £366 that it would cost to actually, was it 366? £416 it would actually cost to get this board from the website right now. So yeah, it's still a bargain. It's still a bargain. Chris says he's got a new version with multiple different ways of doing things, pure timer, anti-snipe stuff, etc. Nice. We shall have to have a play. Very, very close. Just didn't want to push it today. Yeah, I wanted to just test this one, test the process out, learn about timings and how it works and things, and share that with you guys. The other way would force you to bid. You have to take that gamble that no one will outbid you before the timer ends. Yeah, the other thing that Chris and I talked about was having one that extends. So if you bid, then it extends the time. So you put a bid in now and it goes from 2 minutes up to 3 minutes. And then if someone bids in the last second, it then adds a minute on. So yeah, anti-snipe, right? Maybe a smaller EUR would be nice. We could probably put different currencies on later on. That's something we could do. Extending on bids would be nice. Yeah, we could maybe figure something out, especially for like the smaller items like artisans. If we only did like 3 minute bidding slots, and it's like here's an artisan, and then it adds 30 seconds on or something like that. It'd be really, really good fun. Yeah, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, and we'll have multiple different auction types, and we might even have different auction types within the same streams in the future, and hopefully we'll get more viewers on, because there's not actually that many people watching. There's only like 100 people watching right now, so yeah. But I do want to do more with it. It's got to make sure it doesn't extend the bid event every time someone bids, otherwise it could be a very long auction. But that's the whole point, right? Will more than one auction be live at the same time? We might do for some really special stuff. We might do like a week-long auction for stuff. Beeperphone, thank you for £255 now, the highest bid. So for example, I have some hand-carved boards and engraved boards. We might leave them open for like a week so that more people in the community get a chance to know about them and put bids on. But we might have slower stuff going in faster times. We're now at £260 with Trojan. Thank you. And £265 with Beeperphone. Beeperphone really wants this. Can you set up bids to light up the rocket? No, but I can put the rocket live anytime we want. So there we go. There's the rocket live for the bids. We will give the winning bidder to the rockets. So that's it. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. We're down into the last 10 seconds. I'm just going to keep the rocket lit up permanently for this. I don't know if it stacks if I press it. We've got 5 seconds left to go now. Is anyone going to beat Bazooka's £270? 3, 2, 1, and we're done. And it looks like the winner is Beeperphone for £275. Congratulations, Beeperphone. We've lit up the pink rocket ship just for you right there. £275, which I will also match with £275, which is £550. And then Chris is going to add £100 to it as well. So that will be £650. So thank you so much, Beeperphone, for being our first ever auction winner on the stream. This is your board. Where is it? It's here. This is your board. It will be on its way to you. Chris Bezik's code didn't work. Robs. You feel free to make a donation anyway, Mr. Clay, if you would like. But thank you so much. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. Beeperphone, drop me a DM on Discord, good sir. And I will send you the details of where to send the money to, and I will post on Monday or Tuesday once I've got all the money together and I've made the donation to Macmillan Cancer Support. But so far that's £275 for Beeperphone, £275 from me, £100 from Mr. Bezic. We know that Trojum's going to drop a donation, and maybe some other people will as well. Feel free to message me if you want to do so. And Gemma and Basil have already dropped as well a donation directly to the charity. So thank you so much for that, guys. That's amazing. Amazing. What a great charity. Thank you. What a great person you are, Beeperphone. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy your new keyboard and you absolutely love it and adore it, because it's amazing. And it's still a bargain, because it would cost you way more than that to do it. So we've all won today. Everyone has won today. There is no losers. Beeperphone got a bargain of a keyboard, and he got the feel good factor of donating to charity. We've donated to charity. We've had fun. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, guys. This is just amazing. Like, I don't have the words to put into. Yeah. Drop that JW play tray in stock, and I'll win that too. Okay. I will drop it in stock. Let me turn off the auction. Beeperphone, drop me a DM on Discord, and I will sort out with you tomorrow. Let me turn off the auction. There we go. I think I have it on this page as well. There we go. Right, JJW play tray. I'll put it back in stock. It's a silver one. I'll put it back in stock now, and then Bazooka, you will be able to buy it if you want to do so. It's a V2 play tray, and it is silver. Where's the silver one? Telescope, silver plane. Yeah, there it is. Adjusting the stock count. Just that one. That is the only one that's in stock. Surely it didn't go already. Did you already buy it? Like, did you already buy it before I even posted that it was done? Or is it just waiting for the site to refresh? Oh no, it's in stock. There we go. It's in stock now. There you go. It's in stock. I dropped the link into chat. It's there. It was just taking a second to update, but it is in stock, and there's only one of them. So yeah, there we go. Better not get sniped again. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh dear. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Beeperphone, and thank you so much to everyone who put a bid in. I genuinely appreciate you all. You are all amazing, amazing people. There we go. Did you get that Bazooka? Did you order it? I've seen an order come through for it. I hope that was you. I think it is, but I hope it was you. Well done, well done. I'll get that posted out to you tomorrow as well. Ah, oh, right. Okay, I need to come down from this elated high of auctioning off a keyboard, and I do have a little bit of soldering stuff to do, which is not keyboard related. So if you're only here for the keyboard stuff, maybe the stream's done for you. But I am going to do a little bit of soldering on my Dreamcast, I think, and a little bit of playing around with my Dreamcast console, which I'll share with you guys. Now that keyboard's not mine, I just wanted to put it out of the way so I don't damage it. Right, so let's zoom the camera out a little bit. So we're just going to do a little bit of a playtest on something now. So this is currently my Dreamcast games console. It's not the one from when I was a child, sadly. But what I have done is I have modified this with some very delicate soldering to make it HDMI. So underneath here, there is now HDMI.
Tasty.
Lightning, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. You just missed us auctioning off a keyboard for charity. But we just auctioned off a Neo 70 for charity, and we raised nearly £600. It's amazing. So thank you very much. But we are now doing non-keyboard related content, and we are modifying a Dreamcast games console. So I've already modified this to HDMI, which involved some really intricate soldering onto a ribbon cable onto the main board. So it's now native HDMI out. So it's literally from the main board HDMI out. But the next thing we're going to do is install a GDEMU. Now what this is basically it replaces the optical drive and sits inside there. Instead of having a laser in there, what it is going to do instead is it's going to allow us to run games off of an SD card. And then I'm going to plug this in and show you guys live the preview on here because I've got a HDMI cable linked up to my capture card. So that's what we're going to do. A Dreamcast? Yeah. Is a Dreamcast old? Sadly it is now, Mr. Klein, yes. Didn't even know a HDMI conversion was possible. That's pretty cool. If you are really, really interested, I can take this out and show you. It would take me a few minutes to do so, but I can take it out and show you. But it's effectively a ribbon cable that we soldered onto the main board, onto the main graphics processing unit. So we around the corner of the graphics processing unit onto certain pins. I've hard soldered in a cable that then now gives us native HDMI out. But the next thing to build, as I say, is the SD card GDEMU pack. So this is a 3D printed housing, which is pretty cool. And I think these SD cards are formatted correctly, but we'll double check them later on to test them out. And what we're going to do is we're going to install basically this. Okay, just throw it on the floor. This kit, which is it comes with an SD card. This kit, which allows us to run games off of the SD card. £650 raised. Well done, who contributed. It's amazing that we've raised 650 quid. And the really cool thing about this is that it connects into the original port for the optical drive as well. So the machine just believes that the optical drive's there, and then it runs without need for anything else. So the first thing we need to do is install this onto this frame here. I believe it goes like so. Just going to screw this into place. So this goes on a frame, and this frame basically allows us to sit it on the original chassis without needing any spacers or anything like that. It effectively acts as the spacer for this. Just like so. And then the next thing we can do is plug in this SD card extender into the SD card slot. And then what we can do is we can screw this onto the same frame. So it acts as like a whole unit in one. And the other thing we have is a little button that goes in here, which allows us to press the reset button on this GDEMU board. Just going to pop that all into place, just like so. And then we can put the screws in the side. And then, as I say, I should be able to get this to boot live on stream and share that with you, because I do have a spare HDMI capture card included in my machine, and a spare HDMI cable just to the side of me. So now that's in place, we can pop the SD card in. Going to tuck that cable up and out of the way there, and then what we can do is put this connector straight onto the main board, just like so, and that's it installed. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck this cable underneath. This is for our fan. I actually upgraded the fan in this to a Noctua fan a little while ago. That's probably a few years ago now. So we've got this Noctua fan in here. And now we should be able to give this a test. Just put the HDMI cable in. And if I just flick it over to... Let me add another source. And what do I want here? What source is this? This is going to be a video capture device. Okay. And then I just need to figure out which one it is. It's not going to be that, but it should be one, I think. Okay, yeah, so we've got no signal in the minute. That is absolutely what I was expecting to see. I'll put it up there. And it should be that one. Okay, so let's plug this in now. And I have changed the power unit on this, so it's not the same as the original one. Okay, let's get a gamepad. Plug a gamepad in. There we go. Noctua fan? Yeah, Noctua fan. It's like a little 3D printed shroud and then a Noctua fan. It did mean that I had to adjust the top case, and there's like a catch on the top case for the button to open and close the lid. I did have to adjust that and print a new version, 3D print a new version to get it to work. But in theory, now when I press the power button, if the console turns on, which it should do because everything's connected now, you should see that no signal changes to a signal. So let's test it and see. Oh, there we go. It's outputting over HDMI. And we should see it move into... Oh, yeah, okay. Not going to set the time. This is native HDMI. Hopefully it will move into the SD card here. Or maybe there's nothing on the SD card actually. There might not be anything on the SD card. Oh no, this looks looking promising. There we go. Okay, great. So now we are booted in to the SD card, and there's only a couple of games on here. But let's try running Crazy Taxi 2. This is so much fun. Like literally playing this live. I have not played on Dreamcast in ages, but I want to have two consoles modded. One for my arcade cabinet, which is this one, which is why it's on HDMI, and the game's working, and then another one which is going to be on my CRT. Yeah, we can use that memory card. That's fine, and it's already on the console controller as well. If you look, it's got the graphics on the controller. That's fine. Oh, wrong button. Okay. It is a bit loud. I can't hear the volume of it. Let me mute that. Wait, I can't mute it.
We're back! It's Crazy Taxi 2!
There we go. There we go. I can't actually hear it. Keep it loud and real. Wait, what's the start button? There we go. Yeah, let's just like, I haven't played this game in so long. Yeah, I couldn't figure out where to turn it down. This is the first time I've ever had an old vintage games console connected to the thing. It's like being in an arcade with all machines going. Turn it back up. I'll turn it back up a little bit. There we go. I tell you what, I'll turn off the normal music. I can't actually hear this. Why is it not outputting to my headphones? Sorry, I apologise that it's loud. I apologise. I didn't know that it would have a volume associated with it. Let's go! Oh man, I forgot how hard this game is to play. I heard it from the other room. I am so sorry. I have no idea where I need to be. I'm struggling to see this as well because it's so tiny. I literally can only see this in the stream preview. But it's so much fun. Oh, brakes. There we go. We got a fan. Cool. So it all works. Excellent. That was all I wanted to test today. But it actually works, which means I can play. I am really, really sorry, Kevin. I am really, really, really sorry about that. Oh, the controller's going nuts. That's why breaking. Why can I not do that? I suspect it's because it's just a source that that's slightly frustrating. Okay. I'm really, really excited for that. If I press that button, it should go back to the main menu. And I think we can code that into a config set of buttons as well. The music was always the best part of the game. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this. I need to finish Final Fantasy VII on the PS1, but once I've done that, I will absolutely. We'll try one more game. Let's try Soul Calibur. Let's try Soul Calibur. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear it. Where's it actually outputting? Like, I'm surprised the desktop's not capturing the sound from that as well. A Legend Will Never Die, Soul Calibur. Oh, yeah, I love this game. I mean, I was always terrible at it, but this game growing up was amazing. Once I get, it's just so cool that it's working. This is over HDMI. This is a HDMI mod. It's amazing.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
This is so cool. Like, the HDMI mod on this is some of the most difficult solving I ever did was the HDMI mod on this machine. It was just so difficult. What are you doing? Transferring this to oh my god, I cannot remember half of these combos. Oh, straight out of the ring. Oh well. Oh well. Soul Calibur is the only Dreamcast that I've ever wanted to play. I've played a lot of Dreamcast games. Dreamcast was my main console for a long time growing up. I can't remember some of the combos. There we go. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little bit It's annoying that I can't hear the game as well. That's slightly annoying, but it's not outputting for me. It's only outputting to the stream preview, which means I can't hear it. In fact, unless I would that. Does that mean oh, I can hear it. I can hear it. Okay. Right. Okay. There we go. You went Commodore 64, Amiga 500, 486 PC. That's fair. That's fair. I went Atari 20. Well, I had a Commodore 64 and a ZX Spectrum, and then consoles. I went Atari 2600. I'm trying to remember some of these consoles. There we go. And then PS1. And then PS2, and then all the games consoles from there, Xbox and everything else. So yeah.
This
I
victory
want to get myself
strengthens
one of the original
your
Xboxes so I can
authority.
replay SSX Tricky. That was my child game. That was a great game.
You win.
Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition is the best fighting game. For a fighting game, I prefer the sticks, which is why I have the arcade machine, which I'm hopefully going to get working with all the consoles as well. But yeah.
Versus Voldo.
Oh, okay. I'm so happy that this actually works though. Like, it's so cool because this is over HDMI. Like, it's over HDMI, which is insane. Unbelievable that that's all working. I'm so happy about that. Right, we can delete that source for now. There we go. Right, okay, that was Tekken 2 is a great game. I think from all the Tekken games, Tekken Tag Tournament was probably my favorite. But yeah, a vintage games console running over HDMI. Who'd have thunk it? I'm actually going to do my N64 as well. So I'm going to convert my N64 to HDMI, and I have a PS1 that I'm going to convert to HDMI as well. So I'll have and also convert that to load from SD card as well. So I'll have two PS1s, one that uses the old component out, one that uses HDMI, and the same for a Dreamcast, and the same for an N64. And then for the two N64s, they'll both have EverDrive cartridges with loads of games on. And then the Dreamcast will run from SD. I'll have two SD cards, and the PlayStation will also run from SD. So yeah. Hope you have Crazy Taxi. Yeah, we had a little go on Crazy Taxi a few minutes ago. It's such a great game. But yeah, I'm super stoked that this actually works and runs just fine. I'm super stoked about that. Yeah, I'm going to add some more games to this SD card, put the whole case back together, and yeah, it's just so cool. Super cool. Tekken Tag was good. Tekken Tag was really good. Well soldered, so nice it works. Yeah, I mean, the actual soldering to do it is really in depth for the HDMI mod. You'll see in a couple of weeks, probably on Thursday coming, I'm going to stream me soldering the PlayStation 1 version of the HDMI mod, but it's going to be crazy difficult to do. So yeah, might have to get an old Dreamcast. Yeah, I have a couple of them. They're really cool. Pretty amazing HDMI from an old console. Yeah, the kits are out there. There's a few kits out there you can do it with. But N64 can have native HDMI out, the Dreamcast can, and the PS1 can. There's one for the PS2 as well, and then every console after that had HDMI anyway. But yeah. Which characters did you play? For which game, Jehovah? For which game? Games used to have a reasonable loading time. They absolutely did, and that's one of the things I love about some old games. I think my favorite game of all time is absolutely Final Fantasy VII. I can now actually put the full case together. I had to 3D print a new latch here. This is a new latch for when I press the open button to open up the case, just so that a knock to a fan didn't interfere with it on this side. But now that's done, I can put the case back together. He says. Still something catching at the front here in case. Okay, I think that's okay. And we can screw this case back together. Okay. For Tekken Tag, I used to like Paul. Paul for Tekken Tag, he was probably my favorite character. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else I used to use. Oh, we should put the music back on. Oh, well, I've turned it off now. What's the screw tray for? Decoration? Yeah, it's just a screw tray. Yeah. And to hold screws, obviously. Paul Phoenix made as well. Yeah, Paul was always probably my favourite. I did like Law as well. Law was quite good, especially if you. This screw is not right. Fully tighten up. It's close enough. Yeah. It was a dig at your loose screws. Oh, because I just tipped the screws on the side. It's because I had them inside the case, so I didn't lose them. I'm installing Net BSD on a 100 megahertz attachment. No. Trying to rebuy all the consoles at the minute might get the SD card reader mod better than having to buy all the discs in. Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why I did it. For legal backups only, of course. But yeah. That's the Dreamcast all put back together, and you'll see from the inside that the SD card reader just fits where the old Laserdisc assembly would have been. So yeah. But that's the Dreamcast done, which is really, really cool. So that's running from an SD card now. And I do have some spare SD cards with other games on and updates and stuff. But yeah, it's native HDMI out, playing off SD cards. And I need to tidy up the hole that I cut in the back a little bit. I need to sand that flat and stuff. But yeah, HDMI mini, native HDMI out, straight off of the main PCB. So many of us had these at Sun Micro. Wow, I didn't know you worked at Sun Micro. What a cool place to work. Yeah, super, super cool. I love vintage games consoles. And if any of you are coming to the PT day where you guys help me going to document my personal collection, I will have 2 versions of each console set up by then. So there'll be 2 Dreamcasts, one on HDMI, one on component. There'll be 2 PlayStations, one on HDMI, PS1s on HDMI, one on component, and 2 N64s on HDMI and component. The 3 HDMI ones will be on my arcade machine with the arcade machine running as well. So full on joystick and buttons and everything else. And the others will be on a CRT, which is really cool. So yeah. Next week I'm checking the garage. Yeah, if you guys want any advice on the HDMI mods and stuff like that, reach out on Discord and I'll show you those. You like playing Hwarang? Yeah, he was good for the Taekwondo stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Super, super cool. Right, okay. It's gone 11 p.m. So I'm gonna go and head home now and get some rest because I've got to be back here packing orders at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is only 9 hours away. So, and I've still got to drive home yet. So I'm going to go and do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for helping make some money for charity on the stream today. Thank you so much for helping me build the Trigon 60 as well, and also for letting me. Maybe I should do a stream where I actually just play vintage video games. Now I can play them HDMI, and we just play some Crazy Taxi for an hour at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and I'll see you on stream on Thursday, and I'll see you on Discord and Instagram across the week as well. So have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.